Surprise, surprise, everybody. I know. Welcome back, welcome back. Or should I say welcome for the first time. We are not doing a Knicks game tonight. The New York Knicks do not play. You guys are here to watch New York Knicks. I'm sorry to say, tonight we are watching a different game. Tonight we are watching a couple former Knicks go at it. Right? It's time to check in a little bit, right? We did this with the Toronto Raptors. We bid farewell after the OG Anunoby trade. We bid farewell to our young Bulls, R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel quickly. So it only feels right to do the same for Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. It's a little late in the season to be doing it, right? But the reason why I waited so long was I kind of was hoping that they would get a little bit more adjusted before we tuned in to Minnesota. And this won't be the last time we watch Minnesota play. But, you know, I just wanted to check in, watch them play. I also think this Houston Rockets team is really, really fun to watch. So this should be a good game. We get to watch Anthony Edwards. We get to watch our guys Dante and Randall. And we get to watch a young Rockets team who I just really enjoy. They're a good, funky team. K. Hazy, what's up, K. Hazy? Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? Appreciate you guys. This isn't going to be like our normal stream. But like I said before, I'm going to be incorporating more basketball games in general outside of the Knicks games. Of course, we're doing every Knicks game. We won't be missing any Knicks games ever, of course. But outside of those, on the nights like tonight, where the New York Knicks do not play, during the weekdays, I will be incorporating more basketball games. Like tonight, especially good young teams that we get to watch on the up and coming. We'll incorporate some Detroit Pistons games. We'll incorporate a couple of other teams. You guys let me know what teams you may want to watch or any good games coming up that you're like, hey, you got to do this game. We got to come together and watch it. Because we're going to be watching a lot more games this season. Right? Because if you think about it, theoretically, I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, all right, we watch, in theory, 82 games. That's not including 5 preseason games and then however many games we get to play in the playoffs. Hopefully, it's, you know, we're watching 16 wins, but however many games that takes to get in the playoffs. But theoretically, we're watching about 85 to 90 games a season. If we can push that closer to like 110, 120 games, maybe even more than that, it's just, one, it's going to build the community. 2, we're going to get to watch a lot more basketball together. And 3, it's going to expedite a lot of the channel growth and help make it a little bit easier so we're not just relying on those Knicks games. Now, those are things that don't affect you at all, but those are things that I look at when I look at the analytics and whatnot. So I was like, all right, we're going to watch more basketball because I'm watching these basketball games anyway, so I might as well go live and watch them with you guys. Patrick, what's up, Patrick? And also another added benefit tonight, it is an NBA Cup game. This is a very important game for both of these teams. It is at Minnesota. So, you know, maybe we'll see. I don't really have a rooting interest. I'd like to see our guys play well, Randall and DiVincenzo, but we'll see. Mike Conley is hurt, so Dante DiVincenzo will be in the starting lineup. Shout out our guy Dante, filling in as the backup point guard here. Obviously now in the starting lineup. But so today we added a game. Tomorrow we have Dallas. There are no games on Thursday. It is Thanksgiving. And then we'll be back on Friday to finish up our November month. Although we could do Saturday. I didn't fill in Saturday. I didn't notice. That is the Charlotte game's on the 29th. So we'll have time. Oh, no, I'm not filling in any weekend games. So Saturday we're open. But we changed a couple of things around. Obviously, we got the scoreboard changed up for tonight's game. Brand new thumbnails and whatnot flying around. But I got to get back on the grind and making the NBA shorts. It's been a while. It's been, I don't know, about a week since I've uploaded one. They're just getting a little difficult to make only because it feels like they're kind of the same. I pick a play where I'm hype and energetic, and then I edit it down into a short, and then I put it out, and I'm like, all right, they're getting very, very similar here. You know, they're getting very much the same. If something new or interesting happens during the stream, of course, that's easy to cut up and throw it into a YouTube short. All right, here we go. Let's get ready for the tip. Minnesota wins it. And Jaden McDaniels will bring it down. McDaniels over to Gobert on the left wing. Over to Randall up top. Randall being guarded by Dillon. And Randall can't get the layup to go. Van Vliet with the rebound. Hit ahead to Jabari Smith, a right wing three. I don't like that shot. Ooh, but he splashed it. Okay. I didn't realize Jabari was like that from three. I'm going to have to get used to which team is which on my scoreboard here. OMG, this court. This court is crazy. This neon green court. I thought the primary color was blue. Why'd they get the neon green? Bad pass from DiVincenzo. It's a turnover after being knocked away. Houston, a really good up-and-coming defensive team. And now, Dillon, the villain, with a left wing three in transition. That's 2 straight threes in transition. Anthony Edwards up top, coming to his left. They leave him. Straight away three. Splashes the three. And just like that, they're going back and forth. Jabari Smith has it up top, bringing it down. Being guarded by Randall. Up top too. Ooh, Dante getting into the passing lane. Poked it away from Van Vliet. Van Vliet falls down looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. Gets it over to Şengün. Şengün's going to bring it down. Shot clock winding down. He's going to attack Gobert off the bounce. Leans in. Flips it up off glass. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Good box out from Randall. Now he's pushing the pace the other way. Putting his head down. Kicking it out. McDaniels pump fakes. He's going to drive it to his left. At the foul line. Over Van Vliet. Gets it to go. The height difference right there. Working in McDaniels' favor. Kenyon Pepper, what's up, Kenyon? Jonathan Martinez, what's up, John? Jalen Green over to Şengün. They swing it over to Dillon Brooks, and Dillon Brooks starts off 2 for 2 from 3. This time from the right wing, the first one from the left wing. 9-5, 3 straight threes for Houston here. Dante DiVincenzo has it in the middle of the lane. Feeds over to Randall. He's going to bully ball his way into the paint. Kicks it over to Gobert, and then Gobert almost throws it away, but Edwards able to save it. They swing it over to McDaniels, driving to his left. Goes right into Green. Pushes him off. No foul call. And then McDaniels airballs a baseline jumper. Şengün with the rebound. Van Vliet has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. He's going to dance with it up top, coming to his left, putting his head down, driving, looking for the foul call. Edwards comes up with the block, and Van Vliet very frustrated. If you guys didn't see the incident with Van Vliet, as Randall drives it down and passes at the last second, so he's not going to get the shot attempts. Van Vliet's incident the other day with the officials, getting a big old fine. Kenyon said, wait, Van Vliet didn't get suspended. He didn't get suspended. He did get a big old fine, though. Kenyon, not a fan of these courts, brother. Not a fan of the neon green court here. I don't know why they didn't go with the blue. Like a lighter blue here for Minnesota instead of these neon green ones. I don't know where the neon green came from with the Minnesota color scheme, but Jalen Green pushing it down the other way, leaves it off for Jabari Smith. Up top to Şengün. He's going to pump fake on Gobert, drive it in. Ooh, leans right in, pushes him off his spot, and then turns and knocks down a righty, little flip shot in the paint. It's a beautiful move from Şengün there. 11-5, and Edwards has it the other way, being guarded by Green. He's got the strength advantage here. He's going to back him down. He's got 2 feet in the paint, leans in, draws the foul. Can't get the little push shot to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. We're under 9 minutes to go already. Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? This is my first time watching Chevy not doing Knicks stuff. Yeah, we only squeezed it in a couple of times the last couple of years, here and there, especially if there were good games, and then maybe the Knicks had 2 games in between a game when we would sneak it in. But like I said earlier, I'm going to try and sneak in as many games as we can this year, just because I really like doing them, and I'm watching these basketball games anyway. So like I said, if I'm watching them, if I'm sitting here watching them by myself, I might as well just hit the go live button, right? It takes a little bit of effort. I got to create a new thumbnail every time I want to do a live stream. That's not the Knicks. I got to create a new scoreboard every single time. So it's a little bit more effort, especially coming home after the day job, but I think it's well worth it. And Edwards did knock down both of his free throws. And Van Vliet gets fouled by DiVincenzo out on top. Unclogged salamander sandwich was popping, my guy. Is Tyler a hero? Not even close, brother. Not even close. Van Vliet has it up top. Gets it over to Şengün on the right wing, being guarded by McDaniels. He's got the strength and size advantage on McDaniels. He's going to back him down. As good as the defender as McDaniels is, they feed Jalen Green left wing 3, absolutely wide open, can't get it to go, and they call a foul on McDaniels for holding on Şengün, trying to keep him off the glass. Jonathan Martinez, what's up, John? I missed probably one of the best games of the season last night. Damn, it was a late game. It was a 9 o'clock game. I get it, but it was very fun to watch. OG going for 40. They feed it over Jabari Smith coming off a Şengün screen and knocks down a foul line pull-up jumper off the screen. Nice execution from Houston there. 13-7 early, and Randall putting his head down, going right into Şengün and gets the lefty layup to go. Strong move from Julius. We've seen that a couple of times as a Knick fan. They get it over to Jabari Smith up top, looking to answer. Over to Van Vliet. He's coming around a couple of screens. He's going to take two defenders inside to Şengün. Has it. Pass fake. Leans in. Kicks it out. Jabari Smith putting up the three. Can't get that one to go. Dylan the villain with the rebound, though. Leaves it off for Green. Back to Dylan Brooks. Over to Şengün. Over to Van Vliet with the pump fakes. Sidestep three. And he rattles that one. Beautiful extra effort and execution from the Houston Rockets there. DiVincenzo has it on the right wing. Gets it over to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. A pull-up three. Can't get it to go. Those were shots he was knocking down with consistency with the Knicks. Van Vliet pushing the other way. Edwards picks him up. Over to Şengün. Şengün has it up top. Leaves it off for Green, who's got a runway to the basket. High layup off glass. Ooh, and a tough fall after being taken out of the air. Does get the foul call. He will go to the foul line for two, and he pops back up. How beautiful it is to be young and just take the bump and bruise and pop right back up. If that was me, I would be in bed for a month. Barely was able to brace himself there. Green at the foul line, knocks down his first free throw. I like Jalen Green's game. I just still don't understand how, with as the talent around him has gotten better, how the efficiency hasn't gone up at all. He's still shooting sub 40% from the field. How is that happening? Green does knock down both of his free throws. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is just checked in, being guarded by Van Vliet here. 18-9, 9-point lead early. Almost building up a double-digit lead in Minnesota. Minnesota has come into this game struggling so far in the year. They're sitting at 500, and Anthony Edwards absolutely overthrows the lob to Gobert. The timing way off between those two. The chemistry just isn't there, and the Rockets are trying to push early. Green has it back up top. He's going to slow it down a little bit. Now, coming to his left off a Şengün screen. Pocket pass to Şengün. Pass fake. They swing it around. Van Vliet, a right wing three. Can he get two in a row? He can't. And McDaniels with the rebound. Here comes Alexander-Walker over to Edwards. Edwards up top. Being picked up by Van Vliet here on the switch. Coming to his right, splits the pick and roll. Driving it down, Euro steps through the lane. Goes up through the contact, finishes anyway. Styling down the lane with the Euro step there. And Van Vliet looking to answer on the other end. Now he's going to dance around the Şengün screen. He's got space. Pocket pass to Şengün. Ball poked loose by Gobert, but Şengün able to recover it back. Now he's going to bring it down. They show double team. Cross-court pass to Green. Catches. Driving to his right. Blowing past Edwards. And he lays it up and in with the right hand. And a timeout from Minnesota. Chris Finch has seen enough. He's seen enough. It's still a 9-point deficit for Minnesota, 20-11, and the defense just really isn't holding up. And Houston's kind of taking it to them right now. And usually for Houston, maybe I shouldn't say usually because I haven't watched that much Houston this year. I haven't seen that many Houston games this year. But it feels like usually the tenor of the game for Houston changes once the bench comes in. The Terror Twins, as the moniker for them, has sort of come with their play, that between Amen Thompson and Tari Eason, when they come into the game, they start mucking it up. And the defense starts to lead the offense. And it's like, oh, now all of a sudden they're leading by 13, 15 points, and your players are frustrated. So, K. Hazy, what's up, Hazy? I think Dante being PG is throwing off his offensive game. Probably. I also think, comfort level of being there. The fact that they got there so late, literally the trade was made a day before training camp, has thrown off his rhythm a bit. But like I said, we're almost 20 games to the season. We're almost a quarter of the way into the season. Should be rounding into form soon. I expect he's going to have a much better second half of the season than he's had first half. But yeah, definitely the way they're using him, the positions in which they're using him, the positions in which they are using him is definitely throwing his game off. He's not as bad of a shooter. I think this is one of his worst shooting seasons of his career. So, and I said this the other night, last season may have been the best season of his career. That could often happen with role players where they just got hot for a year. Everything worked out in their favor. They were really comfortable in the situation. And again, he was around his buddies, his Nova buddies. So maybe the comfort level was just raised that much more for him at that point. But who knows? Again, he's too good of a player to not at least round in the form and get closer to a 37, 38% three-point shooter, at least this year. He could definitely climb his way back to that. 25-26 chance was popping, my guy. Happy to see it. K. said not looking good for Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, it's early, but it's not a great start. They don't really have much going outside of Edwards right now. And the defense isn't looking particularly good right now. I think the thing about DiVincenzo and Randall right now is they just largely feel invisible. Right? It's my first time going to watch a full Minnesota game here in the regular season. And so far, they've largely been indivisible. They've largely been invisible so far. Nickeil Alexander-Walker bringing it down. We're back out of the timeout. Has it up top being guarded by Van Vliet. Houston trying to apply a little bit of full court pressure here to make them uncomfortable. Alexander-Walker over to Edwards. Puts up the three. Good contest from Jalen Green. Forces the miss. Dylan Brooks with the rebound. And here comes Van Vliet. Right side of the court. Going to be picked up by Alexander-Walker. Quick crossover to his right. He's got space. Leaves it off. They swing it around. Dylan Brooks, left wing three. Comes up short on that one. Naj Reid, who's checked in for Randall. Grabs the rebound. Here comes Edwards off the outlet. Up top, going to attack to his left, blown past Jalen Green, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to McDaniels. They swing it over to Reid. Reid back to McDaniels, a right wing three. Well contested, can't knock it down. Jabari Smith with the rebound. Here comes Van Vliet. Van Vliet, picked his dribble up. Now gets it over to Şengün. Şengün feeds. Dylan Brooks, he's got Nickeil Alexander-Walker on him. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a really good defender, but not a strong defender. And Dylan Brooks bullies his way to his spot, knocks down a little fall-away jumper over him. And now it's a double-digit lead for the first time in the game. Naj Reid gets an open look from three, and he can't get it to go. Jabari Smith snatches a rebound, and Jalen Green will bring it down. Jalen Green up top, coming to his right off a Şengün screen. A double screen from Dylan Brooks, too. And then knocked out of bounds by McDaniels, who switched onto him, but it's out of bounds off of Green. Not a good possession there from Jalen Green, as Amen Thompson does indeed sub in here. Ricardo said this is the same team, the Rockets team that annihilated our Knicks a few weeks ago. I don't know if they annihilated them. They definitely beat the Knicks. But yeah, this is a good Rockets team. They're third in the West right now, if you guys didn't know. They're playing really well. Anthony Edwards, beautiful pass inside to Gobert. He got stuffed at the rim by Jabari Smith. Ball knocked out to Naj Reid. And then a foul on the floor, and Jabari Smith, I believe, battling with Gobert. Incredible block from Jabari Smith, though, to save a two-point basket from Gobert. Absolutely just cocked his hand back and just volleyball spiked that thing back out. Ball went right to Naj Reid standing in the corner wide open. Couldn't convert it, though. Nickeil Alexander-Walker attacking here, goes to a righty floater, gets it to go across the lane. Van Vliet has it up top, being guarded by Alexander-Walker. Gets it over to Şengün. Şengün hands it off to Van Vliet, coming to his left. Gets some open space out of the mid-range. Comes up short on the shot. Naj Reid with the rebound. He's bringing it down. He's going to be picked up by Van Vliet. He's pushing the pace over to Edwards. Van Vliet's going to stay on him. Van Vliet, a stout, smart defender, as Anthony Edwards spins off of him. They bring it double team. Cross-court pass. They swing it around. McDaniels for a three. Rattles it in. Just as I was giving praise to Van Vliet as the defender, they give up a wide open three. Oops. Wrong side, my bad. 22-16. Dylan Brooks driving it in. The ball knocked loose. Naj Reid dives on it, but he was out of bounds. The bench from Minnesota has come in and helped sort of calm the storm a little bit for Minnesota. Tari Eason has checked in. The Terror Twins have been activated. Mark, what's up, Mark? Swish Kicks, what's up, Swish? Didn't know you commentated other games. We're trying to incorporate more and more. We tend to do a couple of games as the season goes on, but I'm going to be looking to do a lot more this season. As Van Vliet knocks down a three up the inbounds. Tough shot. Got it to go. I said earlier, last couple of games, if the Knicks aren't playing during the week, I'm going to add in a game. Right? The only times I won't be adding games is during the weekends. As Anthony Edwards stands on Eason here. Eason, a good defender. They force the switch. They swing it around. Naj Reid going to drive it in along the baseline and throw it down with two hands. (25-18), and it's also a good game to check out our former Knicks, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo. Neither of them particularly playing well tonight. As Thompson drives it down, scoop layup with the right hand, gets it to go high off glass. Nice move. And Houston still maintaining a 9-point lead over Minnesota right now. Randle has it up top, hands it off to Edwards, coming to his left, off the screen, puts up the three, gets it to go. It's been a lot of that this season for Anthony Edwards. Van Vliet bringing it down, has it up top. Gets it over to Jacques Landale. Over to Van Vliet, back out to Eason. Eason being guarded by Reid. Leaning in, fall away jumper in the paint. Not a good shot, but it's bouncing on the rim, and it can't fall down as Alexander Walker with the rebound. He's pushing it the other way. Leaves it off for Randle. Randle's going to dribble in. Coming to his right up the hesitation, gets caught in the air, kicks it out the last second to Naj Reid for a wide open corner three, and he knocks it down. We saw a lot of that from Julius Randle as a Knick. Drew in about 3 defenders there, Julius Randle did, before kicking it out at the last second for that three. And an 8-second violation. Come on, Van Vliet, you got to bring the ball down. The rookie, Rob Dillingham, was applying pressure full court to Van Vliet, but he just kind of walked it down. Not only is it a rookie in Dillingham, it's not a particularly strong defensive rookie in Dillingham. So, you could definitely just blow by him if you needed to. But we're going to get a timeout here anyway. Just under 2 minutes to go. So if you guys didn't know, I mentioned it a couple of times in the previous streams, but I'll mention it here again now. The goal is to try and do a game every night from Monday to Friday. So obviously we're going to be doing a Knick game. We're going to be doing every Knick game. We're not going to miss Knicks games. I'm not going to start doing other teams outside of the Knicks, replacing Knicks games. Nope, we're doing every single Knicks game. On the nights, during Monday through Friday, during the weekday, where the Knicks aren't playing, like tonight, I will be subbing in games to do as the season goes on, just because I'm sitting here watching these basketball games anyway. I might as well go live for it, right? So that's what we're doing tonight. Thursday, so the Knicks play tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday, there are no basketball games because it's Thanksgiving. We play Charlotte on Friday, and then Saturday we're not adding any new games. So we'll reconvene about the schedule come December, and at that point I will post a schedule. I'll go through the schedule, the NBA season schedule, and I'll post a stream schedule for everybody in the community tab. So it'll all be written out. We'll know exactly what times and what games we'll be doing, and then of course I'll ask you guys what games you'd like to see, and then maybe we could flex some games in, move some games around as the season goes on, but just sort of so we have a sort of hard schedule as the season goes on. Because like I said, I want to do more of these games. Number one, watching more basketball is beneficial for learning about more basketball, more playing styles and whatnot. Number two, I will know about the teams when they do end up playing the Knicks by watching them actually play other teams outside of the Knicks. It's also very good. And it'll give us more to talk about, and then hopefully also expand the community outside of Knicks fans, of course. As I let the timer tick all the way down by accident, my bad. Patrick said, at some point I thought that we would get Van Vliet. Yeah, I remember those days. Van Vliet was a free agent. Ended up re-signing with Toronto at that time. And a lot of people thought that he was going to end up as a Knick. I think he re-signed with Toronto, or maybe it was when he signed with Houston. But I remember the conversations. People were like, I'd rather Van Vliet over Brunson. Van Vliet is a championship player, and you're going to have to overpay Brunson. And I remember those times. All right, here we go. We're back into it. Anthony Edwards just puts his head down, attacking the basket, and blows the dunk. Thompson with the rebound. He's pushing the other way in transition. He's putting his head down, attacking, and lost the handle. But Lawndale picks it up. Reed Shepherd with the pass fake. Now feeds Green in the right corner for an open three, and he splashes it. Nothing but net. So it was a 3-point game for Minnesota as they were clawing their way back in. And now it's back down to 6. Let's see if Minnesota can answer here. Edwards is going to dance over to Randall. He's going to pump fake, jab step. Now crossing over to his left, going right into Lawndale. Leans in. Ball poke loose by Thompson. There's Eamon Thompson, man. He is everywhere. Green bringing it down behind the back, coming to his left. He's got space, leaves it off for Lawndale. Goes up, takes the contact, finishes through the contact of Julius Randle anyway. Julius Randle, not much of a rim protector. Here comes Julius Randle, has it up top, hands it off to, fakes the handoff to Reed, hands it off to Edwards. Steps back, now over to Randle, now back to Edwards. Edwards has it, recovers it. Good defense from the Rockets to blow that play up. Now Edwards is going to isolate on Tari Eason here, dancing with it. Half spin, fall away, kicks it out to Dillingham. Coming to his right, across the lane, puts up a floater over Shepherd, can't get it to go. And Eason with the rebound, he's going to bring it down against Edwards, putting his head down, attacking. Now pulling it back out, slowing it down a little bit, gets it over to the rookie Shepherd, over to Lawndale, back to Shepherd, coming to his left. Good screen from Shepherd. They throw it over the top to Lawndale, and ball poke loose, bad pass from Reed Shepherd, and Naj Reed bringing it down, gets it over to Randall, and a good foul from Shepherd to save the two-handed dunk from Randall. So Randall's going to have to go to the foul line for 2 free throws and earn it. A lot to learn from Shepherd. He can't throw a lollipop pass like that in the air against NBA athletes, man. They're going to come swarming to that thing. Kay Hazy said the Spurs might be interesting to watch. They might. The only difficult part about watching Western Conference teams is the late start here on the East Coast. But I'd like to watch the Spurs. Obviously, we would have to pick the right game just because Wemby does miss games here and there throughout the year. So, I know he's kind of been in and out of the rotation the last handful of games. So we just got to make sure we pick the right game where we don't tune in and then all of a sudden there's no Wemby and it's like, all right, what are we watching for? Randall knocks down the free throw. Both of his free throws, I should say. 32-26. Under 20 seconds to go. Thompson has it up top, putting his head down, attacking. Picks up his dribble, gets it out to Shepherd. Coming to his left, across the lane, stops, turns, spins, fall away in the paint. Way off, can't get it to go. Edwards with the rebound. Over to McDaniels. He's going to fire at the buzzer, half-court shot. Ooh, almost banked it in, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter here between the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are at home for this NBA Cup game, and the Houston Rockets. 32-26. Houston got off to a hot start. Minnesota kind of staying in, sticking around. But we'll see what happens as Houston starts to really unravel the way they play. And they kind of just wear on teams. A little bit like last year's Knicks, right? Kind of just wear on you, man. They kind of just wear on you. Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? He said, seems to be stressed less doing play-by-play of other teams. No teams to root for, just in the middle. Yeah, we get to just have fun watching basketball. It is stressful for the Knicks because you hang on every single shot. It's like Bridges misses a shot and you're like, Bridges, brother, we need you, right? Or the Knicks generate a good open look for Brunson or Towns and they miss a shot. And it's like, bro, like they're open shots, guys. Whereas like here, Van Vliet misses an open three. I'm like, well, Van Vliet missed an open three. Let's see how Minnesota takes advantage. It's given me a different perspective of how Mike Breen calls other teams outside of the Knicks because he sounds the same for every team. Right? He has that level of professionalism that I just don't have. Where, like he doesn't sound super stressed watching any game, Knicks or any other team. He's just calling the game as he sees it. We're going to get started with the second quarter here. The Jock Lawndale minutes for Houston. I didn't realize Lawndale was still in the league. My apologies to him. And number two, what's up with Steven Adams? Is he out again? We can go through the box scores a little bit. We could also go around the league. It is an NBA Cup night, so there are games going on everywhere. The next NBA Cup night is Friday. Yep, Friday, where the Knicks will take on Charlotte for their third NBA Cup game. But if we go around the league real quick, no games have ended yet. The Bulls and the Wizards, the Bulls are blowing them out. And then the Bucks are up by 14 on the Heat. Bucks starting around in the form. They can get to 500 tonight. All right, here we go. We're back in. As Eason puts up a three, can't get it to go. Lawndale fighting for the offensive rebound. The ball is knocked loose. Dillingham picks it up. Shot out of the cannon. He's pushing it the other way, and they're going to have to slow it down as Houston does a good job getting back on defense. But Reed is mismatched with Reed. with Reed Shepherd in the post. And Naj Reed draws the foul on Shepherd. So he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So 2 free throws for Naj Reed right now. Shepherd does a good job of fouling hard, right? If we always say, like, if you're gonna foul a guy, make sure he doesn't get the end one. He did it to Randall previously before the quarter ended, and he did it to Naj Reed here, where he just swiped down, took the foul. It is what it is. I'm a rookie. I'm not gonna foul out of the game. So using his foul smartly. Naj Reed does knock down both of his free throws, and Eason has it up top. Ball in the hands of Eason out on the perimeter a lot more than I would think. Lawndale hands it off to Green. Green being guarded by Alexander Walker. Coming to his left off a Lawndale screen. A good screen frees him open, but he can't get the pull-up three to go. Gobert with the rebound, but he comes up hobbling, holding his hand, his wrist, something. Still in the backcourt. Now he gets down. Alexander Walker settles for a mid-range jumper over Lawndale, and he gets it to go. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. It's a 1-possession game. Minnesota's right back into it. Green's going to dance with it. And they call a moving screen on Lawndale. So a couple of very poor possessions there coming from Lawndale. Lawndale and Green combined. Dillingham has it up top. Gets it over to DiVincenzo, driving to his left, pulls it back out, and gets fouled by Thompson. Houston still clinging on to that 2-point lead. Dillingham has it on top, coming off of a really good game the other night against the Celtics, a career-high 14 points in his young career. As Naj Reed steps behind the line for a straightaway 3-point shot, gets it to go. And Minnesota has taken the lead. Lawndale has it up top, gets it over to Green. Green being guarded by Alexander Walker, making it difficult for him. Green snaking the pick and roll, settles for a mid-range jumper. That's not a good shot from Jalen Green right there at all. Now I can see why his field goal percentage is consistently below 40. Not taking smart shots at all. Driving it down. DiVincenzo, a deep left wing three. Can't get it to go. Reed Shepherd with the rebound. Here comes Thompson. Thompson on the right wing being picked up by Naj Reed. Dancing with it. Hands it off to Shepherd. Comes to his right. Settles for a pull-up three. Can't get that one to go. Naj Reed with the rebound. And here comes Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker leaves it off of Reed. Reed has had the hot hand from Minnesota pretty much all night. He's going to dance with it. Now he's going to put Eason in the post. He's backing him down. Stops, turns, half spin, goes, gets blocked by Eason. And then a loose ball foul on Eason. That's a bad call from the official, man. You got to let him play there. You got to let him play through the contact there. That's a great play from Tari Eason. Great defense from Eason. I love Tari Eason. I loved him when he was at LSU. I was hoping my Knicks would end up drafting him. Another reason why I really like this Rockets team. They got a lot of players that I really wished would end up on the Knicks. As Dillingham drives it right past Reed Shepherd, but he can't get the uncanny finish to go. Thompson with the rebound over to Green. Green has it on the right wing. Over to Shepherd. Swing it over to Lawndale. who pump fakes. They were willing to give him the three. Londale knows it, doesn't take it. Gets it over to Thompson. Thompson on the left wing, driving to his right. Good defense from Reed to stay in front of him. Over to Londale in the paint. Puts up a flip shot from the foul line. Can't get it to go. Dillingham with the long rebound. He's bringing it down. Easton's going to pick him up. Dillingham's going to dance. Has it up top, pulling it back out as Green switches onto him. Now he's going to look to exploit. Kicks it over to Alexander Walker off the pump fake. Mid-range jumper, another one. Gets it to go. Same spot, same result for Alexander Walker. Now Houston with a three-point lead. Important that they're also building this up without either Randall or Edwards out on the court. And a beautiful pass to Londale off the pick and roll. Gets fouled by Gobert going to the basket. He's going to have 2 free throw attempts. So Landale at the foul line, and he misses a free throw. Not very good minutes from Jock Landale, man. I mean, the effort and the energy is there, but he's not really doing anything too positive for you right now. Jabari Smith Jr. checks in. Reed Shepard and Jalen Green checking out. Those were rough minutes from that backcourt, from Shepard and Jalen Green. Not a very cohesive unit when those guys were running the show. Londale does switch the second one. Dillingham bringing it down. Gets it over to Alexander Walker. Up top to Dillingham. Coming to his right. Off the Gobert screen. Puts up a straightaway three. Can't get it to go. Easton snatches the rebound. Here comes Thompson. Thompson up top. He's going to look to attack DiVincenzo. Euro steps right past him and lays it up and in with the right hand. Insanely athletic and fluid move from Eamon Thompson there. Went right past the defense. Dillingham on the left wing gets it over to Naj Reed, who again has had the hot hand here. Over to DiVincenzo. Calling for a screen. Coming to his right. Hesitation move. Going under the basket. Up top to Reed. Reed catches. Pump fakes. Now driving to his left on Londale. Looking to get the foul. Doesn't get the foul. Can't get the layup to go. Thompson fighting for the rebound. Fell on the floor. And then ball knocked loose out of bounds by Dillingham. So it'll go back to Houston. 8 minutes to go. The Rockets are 2-0 in cup play. Timberwolves are 1-1. Timberwolves can catapult themselves back into contention to win their group here with a win over the Rockets. If they end up losing tonight, they're pretty much out of it. Actually, they are out of it. That would be 2 losses. Minnesota will improve to 3-0, meaning the worst they could finish would be 3-1. So if Minnesota loses tonight, they're out. A must-win game for Minnesota. Van Vliet coming to his right, pocket pass to Şengün. Euro steps back out. Van Vliet up top, wide open for a three. Can he get it to go? He does. Van Vliet having a very good night so far tonight. Giving Houston Rockets back the lead. Dillingham on the left wing. Coming to his left off the Gobert screen. Hang dribble. Throws the lob to Gobert. Şengün saw it coming the whole way and knocked it loose. Bad decision from Dillingham. Jabari Smith pushing the pace over to Şengün, who kicks it out. Tari Easton wide open in the right corner. Can he shoot them threes? Doesn't get it to go. Ball knocked into the air. And then Tari Easton was out of bounds when you looked to save it. So out of bounds on the Rockets. Ball going back to Minnesota here. And we're going to get a timeout. Both these teams going back and forth. It's becoming a good game. I was a little worried when we started off that maybe Houston was going to start to run away with it. But Minnesota has answered very well the initial onslaught from Houston. They threatened to blow this one open. They went up by 11 early in the game. They really went up by 9 very early in the game and got it to as high as 11. But Minnesota has done a good job of clawing its way back into this game. Let's continue to go around the league. The Bulls are going to end up blowing out the Wizards. I believe the Wizards are terrible in group play anyway. I mean, they're 2-13 on the season. At least Chicago was 7-11. That's at least respectable. Let's see. Levine with 18-1-3. Kobe White with 21-5. I mean, nothing all that spectacular. It's more about Washington being terrible. But the rookie Sarr is really coming along. 17, 6, and 2. He's 3 for 4 from 3, 6% overall. Kuzma's got 19. Brogdon with 11. Koulibaly's back in the lineup. He's got 8 points, a rebound, and 4 assists. Carrington off the bench has 8. So at least the rookies are playing well for Washington, I guess. And then the Bucks taking on Miami. That is still at halftime. It's still 65-51. Kay Hazy said Dillingham needs to go back to the bench. But I know he hasn't had much run. He hasn't had much run. He's really only playing because Conley's out with an injury. But he did have a really good game the other night against Boston. Had his career high, 14. Was really effective, was really efficient. But that's, the nature of rookie point guards, which is why, Tom Thibodeau doesn't have, Tyler Kolek doesn't have the trust of Tom Thibodeau, is how I should phrase that. Damian Lillard with 25. No Giannis tonight in cup play. That's interesting. And they're still beating up on Miami. Still a lot of game left, but Butler and Adebayo are both playing. Tyler Hero is also playing. They got everybody healthy. They're losing by 14. Big Taz, what's up, Big Taz? Are we spying on Randall? A little bit spying on DiVincenzo too. A little bit of spying on DiVincenzo as well. Just got to check in on our guys, man. Just got to check in on our guys. We did this last year. We checked in on a couple of Toronto games to check up on RJ and quickly. We may also tune into some Toronto games this year. But I'd like to wait until Quickly gets healthy, back on the court, as Thompson picks the pocket of Alexander Walker in the backcourt and throws it down for an easy two-handed jam. Eamon Thompson is an absolute menace defensively, dude. He is horrifying. I have nightmares of him. As Tari Eason comes up with the steal now, and then leaves it off for Thompson, who's going to go up, and then leaves it off for Şengün. He can't finish, fight for the rebound. Naj Reid rips it down. That should have been another 2. Home run pass to DiVincenzo. He's going to settle for a pull-up 3 in transition. Comes up short. Van Vliet with the rebound. Hit ahead to Eason. Leaves it off for Thompson. Back to Van Vliet. Over to Şengün. Good ball movement with this unit out here right now for Houston. Şengün fakes the handoff. Picks his dribble up now. Now has it in the high post. One-legged fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. DiVincenzo comes flying in for the rebound. He's bringing it down. DiVincenzo over to Gobert. Hands it back to DiVincenzo. He's yet to make a basket here tonight as he scoops down with the layup. Gets it to go over Şengün. (40-37). Gave the 2 points to the wrong side. Van Vliet has it up top. Gets it over to Jabari Smith. Being guarded by McDaniels. Gets it over to Eason. Gets caught in the air. Back to Jabari Smith. Shot clock winding down. Van Vliet's got to chuck it. Gets it up. And he gets it to go down. It's that kind of night for Van Vliet. Everything he's throwing up, especially from threes, going down. 43-37. 6-point game. 6-point lead for Houston. Naj Reid gets it and throws a lob. And Thompson comes from behind and pokes it loose. But again, it falls right into the hands of Naj Reid. It's happened a handful of times tonight for Naj Reid. He's just in the right place at the right time constantly. Van Vliet has it up top. And again, another beautiful defensive play from Eamon Thompson. Şengün has it up top, hands it off to Eason. Eason dancing with it, coming to his right off the Şengün screen, putting his head down, attacking Gobert, lays it up with the right hand, can't get it to go, but he did get fouled by Gobert. And Gobert immediately looks to the coaching staff and wants a challenge as Tari Eason is on the floor, presumably hurt. Hopefully he's all right, and he'll pop back up. And I think we are going to get the challenge from Minnesota. Blockiana. What's up, Blockiana? Wow, they didn't suspend Van Vliet. Nope. They did give him a big old hefty fine. Though. Big Test said, yes, sir, respect. Yes, we did. We got a little reconnaissance going on, just a little bit. We got to go around the league a little bit. We got to watch more games. I've been saying it all night, but we are going to schedule more games in between Knicks games this season. So be prepared to have your sub boxes flooded. Not flooded, but you know what I mean. We're going to be going live pretty much every night outside of the weekends. Right? The only time we'll be live on the weekend is if the Knicks play. It's the only time. I didn't get to see the replay, but I did hear the commentator say that it's likely they reversed it because it did appear on the replay that Tari Eason was the one who ended up grabbing Gobert's arm. So we'll see. I mean, coaches have gotten really good with the challenges, so it's unlikely that they chose to challenge this and it not end up getting reversed. Switch Kick says, how much was the fine? I believe it was $100,000. I believe it was $100,000. I can look it up real quick. Van Vliet, fine. I do believe they reversed the call. $50,000 was the fine Switch Kicks. $50K for his antics against the refs. And he did apologize. So, you know, it's kind of how you handle that. You pay the money and you apologize publicly. Big Taz said, awesome more Chefy. Appreciate you, Big Taz. Appreciate you. Yeah. You know, I just want to watch more basketball games. And I'm watching them kind of on my own anyway, outside of Knicks games. As I do other work on the computer, I usually have one of these games on the other monitors. So I was like, instead of just doing all of that, why don't we just watch these games live? Why don't we just do them? So what I'm going to end up doing is putting together a weekly schedule and then putting it in the community post, probably like every Sunday night or something, or maybe Monday morning or something. And so that way everybody will know what is going on for that week. Obviously, we're watching every Knicks game. That's not changing. That's never changing. We're Knicks fans. Of course, we're doing every Knicks game. But outside of Knicks games, I will be putting up a full schedule for everybody to see. I don't know if I'll do a full month ahead of time because I'd like to flex games in here and there. But just so you guys know, we'll likely be doing far more basketball games this season than we did the previous 2 seasons. All right, here we go. We're back into it. DiVincenzo over to Gobert. Gobert spins, coming to his left. Now hands it off to Edwards. He's coming to his left off the Gobert screen. They swing it around to Randle, and Randle just can't catch the ball, and Şengün has it. Over to Van Vliet, who's bringing it down. Over to Brooks, who pump fakes, blows by Randle, gets to the mid-range pull-up jumper, rattles it in. Not going to lie, our 2 Knicks not performing very well, man. DiVincenzo and Randle have both largely been invisible here, and Randle trying to answer with the 3, and he can't get the 3 to go. Gobert fighting for the rebound. And a loose ball foul on Jabari Smith. No, and then they reverse the call. Foul on Gobert. 39-45 right now. 6-point lead for Houston. They're looking to push it back up to what their previously largest lead of the game was, which was 11. Van Vliet bringing it down. Has it up top. McDaniel's going to pick him up at the half-court line. Over to Şengün. Hands it back off to Van Vliet. Coming to his right. Spinning. Pass fake. Inside to Thompson, who gets stripped by Edwards. Good defense from Edwards, but Thompson ends up back with it. Gets it over to Şengün, who catches pump fakes from 3. In and out dribble. Blows right past Gobert, but he can't get the layup to go. Gobert still spooking people at the basket, man. Over to DiVincenzo. Driving down the middle of the lane. Hands it off to Edwards for a 3, and Edwards has been on fire from 3-point range all night. Dillon Brooks on the right wing, bringing it to the corner, being guarded by Randle. Looking for a Şengün screen, coming to his left. Another mid-range elbow, foul line jumper, can't get it to go. Thompson keeping the ball alive, but Gobert has it. Quick outlet to DiVincenzo. Home run pass to Randle, standing under the basket by himself as Dillon Brooks was the one who took the shot. And Randle leaked out after the miss. Van Vliet over to Şengün up top. Gets it over back to Van Vliet, coming to his right, spinning to his left, rejecting the Şengün screen, and then high off glass with the left hand over Gobert before he could even get to it. And Edwards bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. Thompson's done a pretty good job tonight overall. Edwards is going to come to his left and gets blocked by Thompson for 3. Jabari saves it from going out of bounds. Incredible effort from Amen Thompson all night. Incredible effort from him. He's been phenomenal so far defensively as Van Vliet drives it all the way and blows the layup. looking for the contact, and DiVincenzo didn't give it to him, and VanVleet smokes the layup. Randall's going to put his head down and drive it in on Dillon Brooks, puts it up off glass, gets it to go. He's too big, too strong, too talented. I do miss those drives from Randall. I do miss those, where he just puts his head down and then moves the defender out of the way. I love them. I do love them. Jabari Smith is going to put up a right wing three, and he gets it to go. 50-46. Both of these teams going back and forth now, approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo on the left wing up top to Randall. Randall being guarded by Jabari Smith. Dancing with it, in and out dribble, driving to his right, stops, pump fake, leans in, cross-court pass to DiVincenzo, but knocked out of bounds off of Gobert. Ricardo said Mavs let Brunson leave, but they also get Kyrie and reach to the finals. Tomorrow will be a good one. Brunson coming back to Dallas. Yeah, when he went back to Dallas the first time, his first season with the Knicks, I'll talk about it in a second. VanVleet has it up top, coming to his left off the Şengün screen. Cross-court pass, Jabari Smith Jr., same spot, same result for Jabari Smith Jr., knocking down yet another right wing three. 53-46, 7-point lead for Houston with 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Edwards has it on the left wing. Over the top pass to Randall, way off. Just a terrible pass from Edwards, miscommunication between them. And then Houston gives it right back. And a foul in the backcourt against Thompson. So I believe Minnesota's in the bonus. Terrible pass from VanVleet. Edwards saw it coming, jumped the passing lane. They're not in the bonus. The next foul will put them in the bonus. Naj Reid has it up top. He's just checked back in. And Houston resorts to a zone here. Edwards driving it down over to DiVincenzo. Extra pass. Naj Reid, a straightaway three. Can't get it to go. And Thompson comes in for the rebound. DiVincenzo got to take that shot, man. I know you've been struggling, but you're Dante DiVincenzo, buddy. VanVleet over the top to Şengün. Has it in the post against Randall. Spinning, going along the baseline. Blows past Randall. Gets caught in the air and then throws it away. You got to look to finish that, Şengün. He's looking to pass up too many shots around the basket tonight. I know Gobert's down there, but right now you're going up against Randall at center. As Randall Euro steps down the lane and then almost throws it away, but it finds its way back to Reid, and then Reid tried to shovel it over to Randall between his legs. Terrible pass. VanVleet leaves it off for Jabari Smith, who lays it up and in with the right hand. Helter-skelter play from both sides, but it's 55-46 with under a minute to go here in the second quarter, and Houston has somehow rallied back to go back up by 9 here. Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Dillon Brooks. Dancing with it as Jabari Smith switches onto him. Stops, turns, half spins. Good defense for Jabari Smith. Not going for the fakes. They swing it around the Randall. Randall jab step. Driving it in. Kicks it out. Shot clock winding down. McDaniel's got to chuck it up. Way off. VanVleet with the rebound. He's bringing it down. VanVleet's going to slow it down a little bit. Maybe looking for a 2-for-1. Now they're not going to get it. Now he crosses over to his left. Now he's got space going to the basket. Lays it up and in with the right hand as there's no rim protection down there with Julius Randle at center. And Houston has tied their largest lead of the game of 11, 57-46. DiVincenzo up top being guarded by VanVleet. He's dancing with it. Lost the handle, picks it back up, and then VanVleet gets called for a foul, diving for the loose ball. Ended up tripping up VanVleet, and I believe they're in the bonus. So terrible foul from VanVleet. There is 7 seconds left on the clock, but Dante DiVincenzo is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. All right, Ricardo, back to the Brunson thing. The first season he was with the Knicks, he was injured, and he didn't get to play at Dallas. The second season, last year, Brunson had a terrible game at Dallas. And I also believe that was a game Luka didn't play. And the Knicks still got smacked up in Dallas. So I hope tomorrow night is a revenge night for Jalen Brunson. I really do. Because he needs it, man. He needs it. We just need to exercise some demons. Play well in Dallas. Get up out of there. Luka, once again, will not be playing. Swish Kick said, nice. I will hopefully try to tune in some of those. Appreciate you, Swish. Appreciate you. Mark said, Miami getting crushed without Giannis. 76-54. Oof. As DiVincenzo splits a pair of free throws, misses the second one. VanVleet rushing it down. 3, 2, goes to a high floater. Can't bank it in. And that'll be the end of the first half. 57-47, a 10-point lead by Houston. Defense doing their their job here, holding Minnesota to below 50 points in the first half, is impressive. But after watching this Minnesota team, yeah, they're not There's been conversation about how the Knicks still looking for an identity and Minnesota looking for an identity, and it doesn't look like the trade was great for either side, and there's still a lot to be figured out. No, the trade is starting to look really good for the Knicks, and Minnesota looks terrible. Like, this could be an off night, but from what I've heard about Minnesota, this is very evident of how their season's gone. They don't look connected at all. They don't look like they have any sort of chemistry. And it could take a full year. But at the same time, like, Julius Randle was a free agent at the end of the year. It's part of the reason why the Knicks traded him. They couldn't come to a contract extension agreement with him. And so, you know, I don't know. It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good at all for Minnesota. Like, it's only a 10-point game, but at the same time, let's go through the box score, because at the same time, Edwards has just sort of knocked down everything, you know? And then we'll go around the league a little bit as well. But for Houston, Jabari Smith was 16, Jabari Smith with 13, Van Vliet with 16, Dylan Brooks with 10, Şengün with only 2 points. He does have 5 assists, but I do feel like he's passing up a ton of shots. He is only 1 for 6 from the field, though. And Jalen Green with 7. Off the bench, Thompson with 6, Lawndale with 3, Shepard with 0, Eason with 0. But I thought Eason gave him good energy, as he tends to do. And then Randall with 8, Edwards with 13. He's 3 for 5 from 3, 4 for 7 overall. He's only taken 2 2-point shots. Come on, Anthony Edwards. DiVincenzo is 1 for 4 from the field and 0 for 3 from 3-point range. He got 3 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Gobert with 0 points and 5 boards. McDaniels with 5 points. And then Naz Reid is really the savior off the bench with 12. Knocked down 2 threes. Nickeil Alexander-Walker also really helped. He's 3 for 3 from the field for 6 points. Overall, not a good look for Minnesota, man. They look so discombobulated overall. AP, what's up, AP? Doing different games tonight? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I said it all night. I will continue to repeat it myself for anybody who hasn't heard it yet. Monday through Fridays, on days where the Knicks are not playing a game that night, I will be scheduling in games from other teams from now to the end of the season. Just because I'm watching these games anyway, might as well go live for them. It involves a little bit more work for me, but at the same time, like, I was working on different things anyway, and so it was like, all right, let's have some fun, right? Let's expand the community. Let's get more fans from other fan bases in here. So it's really just a net positive for everybody. Part of my concern about doing games from different teams, not involving the Knicks through the years, was because it could throw off your algorithm by doing a game where you have significantly less viewers. And because our community is really only watching Knicks games, if I do games from other teams, like you're seeing, the viewership is going to be significantly lower. And so I don't know how that's going to affect the algorithm and if it'll affect the channel and the growth of it. But we'll see. Maybe it'll positively affect it. Maybe it'll negatively affect it. But I guess we won't know until we try. And then at that point, then we'll decide which way we go. Mark said, with the focus on the Eastern Conference, inherently, yes, Mark. Not on purpose, but Western Conference games tend to, because they're on the West, tend to start later. And I'd rather do the earlier games than have to stay up, till 10 to watch a game and then stay up to like 1 in the morning. So yes, inherently, we will be with the focus on Eastern Conference teams because they will be starting earlier for us. Mark said, I'll always drop a like. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you. Hitting the like button, even if you don't stick around to watch the full stream, always helps. Let's go around the league, too. Let's go around the league. AB said, I watched Knicks and Nets. We might tune into some Nets games, depending on the opponent, depending on who they play. The teams, like, you guys can let me know, too. which teams to tune into, what games outside. Maybe we'll throw in some polls. So keep an eye on the community tab. I also did say that at the start of each week, either Sunday or maybe Monday morning or something, I will be putting out into the community tab what the schedule for that week is. Just so we're all on the same page. And of course, nothing's changing with Knicks games. We are, of course, doing every single Knicks game. None of that is changing. So the only thing we're getting is just more streams. We're just adding streams. We're not taking any away. Mark said it's good to watch our opponents too. Yep. Doing a little bit of spying on what's going on with Minnesota. I've been interested in the Randle and DiVincenzo situation and what's going on. They just don't seem super comfortable here with their teammates. I don't know what it is. But I'm here to tell you guys, after watching one half of Minnesota basketball, yeah, the Knicks won that trade. The Knicks won that trade. As much as we like DiVincenzo, as much as, we wanted to see the Randle Sons one more time for New York after the January that they had last year, I'm here to tell you, I think that was the right move for the Knicks to move on from Randle when they did. We can go around the league in a second, too. Mark said, yeah, throw up a poll at the end of Knicks games. Yeah, we're going to start doing that. That is a good idea. We will start doing that. Big Task said, the Suns game was kind of brutal because of the time, but it was worth it. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these West Coast games are pretty brutal for us here on the East Coast, whether we want to watch them or not. They're just brutal. It throws off the sleeping schedule. Like, I've been waking up super late lately, and then even still waking up really tired. Right? The watching these games and doing these games, because you also got to remember, like, after the game is over and after I turn the stream off, I'm still full of adrenaline and I'm ready to go. And so I still don't go to sleep for another 2 hours. So I'm not going to sleep till 2, 3 in the morning a lot of times. AP said I'm a Knicks first and New York fan second. Yeah, I get that. For sure, I get that. Knicks will always be number one, and then, it is nice when the New York team does well, even if I don't support that specific New York team. Big Task said, wow, the Knicks won the trade, Jeffy. I know, right? Breaking news. Right. But I'm just saying, look, after one half of basketball, watching Minnesota from start to finish, or start from the end of the first half, I see why they've been struggling. I see why they're a 500 team right now. The Knicks definitively won that trade, without a doubt. There are definitely people out there outside of New York who are like, all right, well, who wins the trade? Because the Knicks, they kind of lost their identity. They're up and down. And Minnesota, they're up and down, and they've really struggled to find consistency. Who really won the trade? And it's no, New York won the trade. Watching the way Minnesota plays right now, they are not a cohesive unit at all. And maybe it'll come as the season goes on. Actually, I expect it to as the season goes on, but it is a rough time watching this team play because they don't look like they know what each other wants to do. They've been a couple of times where DiVincenzo ran into his teammates as he was cutting through the middle of the lane. Randle at times going one-on-one when it's that also is just sort of Randle playing basketball, but at times going one-on-one where it's brother, we got to move the ball here, we got to make sure guys touch the ball. AP said, I've been following the Wolves because of Randle and Dante. Yeah, I was at the start of the year, and then, the ball kind of got rolling. I got really busy, and, I fell off of watching them, and I just figured, they'll get it together as the season goes on. And tuning in now after a while of not watching them, brother, they are not getting together at all. We're almost 20 games into the season. We're about a quarter of the way into the season, and they don't look like they're really building a ton of chemistry. And of course, it takes more than 20 games. We're seeing it happen with our Knicks, but you're seeing they're better than they were to start the year. I don't think I could say that about this Minnesota team right now. Ricardo said, do you think Devo at some point can find his way back to the Knicks again in the future? I don't. I think that bridge is burned. getting traded in that situation probably really stings. I think that's also why you saw him go at the Knicks bench when, the way he did. Like, it stings. I don't think he has, like, any lingering hard feelings about it, but I don't think he's ready to just be like, all right, like, clean slate, let's hook up back together. Like, I think he's moving on. I do. I could be proven wrong. I don't know what's in his heart. I don't know how he's feeling. I don't know Dante personally. But just from the outside looking in, some of the things that have happened, the way he's talked about the trade, he understands it's a business, but at the same time, like, that's a tough thing to do, man. It's a tough thing to do, to go through. When the quote that really got me from Dante was when he said, hey, man, I signed a 4-year contract with New York. I certainly didn't expect to be traded a year into it. That speaks volumes, dude. That speaks volumes. Especially after the year that he gave them, man. That's the best year of his career. That may end up being the best year of his career, period, ever again. That may be the best Dante DiVincenzo we ever see. And he may never reach those levels again. Or maybe he will, and he just needs time to acquiesce to the Minnesota vibe and culture and whatnot. But yikes so far, yikes. This is now, outside of the seasons where he was really injured, this may end up being the worst season of his career the way it's going right now. Kay Hazy said the inner borough team hate in New York is crazy. I mean, look, I don't particularly like the Nets. I also don't hate them. Like, I just don't think about the Nets at all. I did hate them during the KD years, but now that that's all over, I don't really hate the Nets. Mark, Bulls 111 over the Wizards, 92 for the Wizards. Yeah, let's go around the league a little bit, real quick, before we come back from halftime. The Bulls 117, the Wizards 94. They're gonna end up blowing them out. Same thing with the Bucks Heat, 82-69. I guess it's only 13. It's not that bad. But a Giannis-less Bucks team. Dame Lillard is going off. He's got 8 threes with 4 minutes to go in the third. He's got 35 already. Not getting that much help outside of that, but man. It's only a 10-point game. Miami's clawing their way back. Big Task said, no, my comment wasn't sarcastic. I was legitimately asking. Oh, my bad. But that's a legitimate answer, I guess. Yeah, the Knicks won the trade. I think undoubtedly right now. Things could shift, right? I don't know. I don't even want to say some of the things that could happen that could lead to Minnesota winning the trade. But look, nobody's going to win the trade if neither of these trades end up helping the teams involved win a championship, right? Like, it's the kind of trade you make to help you win a championship. Although the Minnesota side from it, Karl-Anthony Towns appears so much better than the package of Randle and DiVincenzo. Now, they thought they were getting a different version of DiVincenzo. He's supremely disappointed this team so far. But Karl-Anthony Towns appears to be so much better than both of those guys combined that the Knicks just definitely won that trade, man. AP said, I'm pretty sure both of them are missing MSG. Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, there's nothing like the energy that and you could tell that both of those guys fed off of that and it helped their games at times, especially Dante. That the energy that the Garden brought to them, but also like the team chemistry that the team had last year, And maybe Dante would have really struggled even in a Knicks uniform. Like I said, last year could have ended up being the anomaly of DiVincenzo's career. Maybe not. Maybe again it's the environment stuff, but like you should be able to shoot anywhere, And it's not like he's getting a ton of contested shots here. And it's not like he got a ton of wide open shots in New York. He hit a ton of contested shots in New York. And he's getting open looks here in Minnesota, playing off of Randle and Edwards. And it just hasn't really gone in for him. He's shooting sub 33% from three-point range, I believe. Ricardo said, I know there are T-Wolves fans in here silently watching. Hope so. I hope so. Mark said this, the vibe is not the same up there. I think Karl Anthony Towns had a lot more to do with the vibe than I think a lot of fans were willing to accept, because it's definitely shifted up there in Minnesota, man. It's definitely shifted. AP said there's a Minnesota stream, but it's the regular Knicks screw in here. Yeah. I mean, as we do more games, we'll see different fans come to the community. As Şengün just backs down Gobert to the basket and lays it up and in. See, that's the aggressive Şengün I wanted to see. I thought he was way too passive against Gobert in the first half. DiVincenzo has it up top. Good denial defense from Houston here, forcing Anthony Edwards out by the half-court line. Coming to his left off the Gobert screen, picks his dribble up, over to DiVincenzo, driving it down, ball knocked loose, picks it back up, picks his dribble up, and then throws it away. Again, the communication and chemistry of this team is way off. It's not even close, dude. It's not even close. These guys, it's like these guys are playing pickup basketball, like they've never played basketball together before. VanVleet has it, feeds Şengün down low. DiVincenzo does a good job getting his hands into it. Now Şengün has it, stops, leans in, ball poke loose. Oh, no look pass to Jalen Green on the left wing, wide open for a three, and he can't get it to go down. They got to get Jalen Green off this team, man. I like Jalen Green, but he's getting too many open looks and missing too many of them. As Randall draws a foul on Dillon Brooks and knocks down the little fall-away jumper in the paint. Marks a 22-point lead from Milwaukee down to 8. Miami's crawling their way back into that thing, man. Big Tacita. To be honest, I feel guilty that we have a player like Karl Anthony Towns. There's Ninth when Cal looks unstoppable. Oh, I don't feel guilty at all. It feels incredible for me. Randall does knock down his and one free throw. 59-50. Şengün has it up top. Hands it off the Green, coming to his left, leaves it off for Şengün, and he's wide open for the dunk off the handoff and roll. Nice two-man game between Green and Şengün. Edwards bringing it down. McDaniels up top, over to Randall, back to Edwards, coming to his right off the handoff from Randall. Ooh, and crosses over in the lane and gets a nice scoop layup with the left hand. And then McDaniels comes up with the steal. Can't get the layup to go, but it ends up back into the hands of Edwards. Driving it in on Şengün, pulling it all the way back out to the left corner. He's going to shoot this three. Steps back, shoots the three. Can't get it to go. McDaniels comes from the weak side for the rebound and the layup. And Udoka, I believe they're going to call a timeout? No, they're going to blow the whistle for something, though. I think a warning to the bench. Şengün has it up top to the Minnesota bench. Şengün gets it back out to VanVleet, being guarded by DiVincenzo, coming to his right. Pump fake into Şengün, stops, turns, spins, puts up a righty floater over Gobert, gets it to go. And this is the aggressive Şengün I thought we would get this game. It's going right at Gobert here in the second half. Randall on the right wing. He's got VanVleet on the switch. They bring a double team out to DiVincenzo, a deep straightaway three. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't even think that one hit rim, man. That hit the side of the backboard for Devo as VanVleet brings it down, chucks up a straightaway three, can't get it to go. Rudy Gobert saves it over to Edwards. Edwards bringing it down. Being guarded by Green. Over to McDaniels. McDaniels on the right wing. Swing through to his left against Jabari Smith. Stops. Kicks it out to Randall. Randall pump fakes. Driving it in. Going down. Scoop layup with the left hand. Gets it to go. VanVleet bringing it down. Gets it over to Şengün. Şengün up top, calling out a play to his teammates. Fakes the handoff. Now he has it against Gobert. Backing him down. Backing him down. A lot of handling from Şengün here, who falls away off the one leg. Can't get it to go. And then a foul on the floor on Randall, trying to keep Jabari Smith Jr. off the glass. 8:30 to go. AP said, well, I can definitely see the difference in the way you call games when you don't have an emotional interest. It's a lot less stressful. I got to learn to be better both ways, right? I got to learn to be better both ways, which is also why we're doing these games. Jabari Smith Jr. at the foul line, pull-up jumper over Randall. As the buzzer expires, he gets it to go. I got to learn from Mike Breen. Mike Breen calls a consistent game, whether he's calling a Knicks game or two teams he has no vested interest in. He calls a consistent game. That's where I'm trying to get to. Randall fall-away jumper in the paint, can't get it to go. But Rudy Gobert right there with the two-handed to put back. It definitely looked like basket interference. It looked like it was still above the cylinder. But no calls. He gets it to go down. 65-58. Green has it up top. Coming to his right up the Şengün screen. Attacking. Gobert, not a good decision from Green. But it is out of bounds off of Gobert. So the ball will remain with the Rockets. They're trying to pick up fouls on Gobert. But they're kind of like sliding to the side against them. Like, you got to go right into the chest, man. Because Gobert, as a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year winner, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt, whether he fouls you or not. They call an off-ball foul on DiVincenzo before the ball's even inbounded. I believe that's free throw in the ball. Under 8 minutes to go. Big Tass and Sheffy's heartless? Nah, man. We went through 20-plus years of bad, mediocre basketball as a Knicks fan. They get it in the Şengün. Şengün has it in the post against Gobert, backing him down. Gobert pokes it away. Şengün picks it back up and knocks down a righty hook shot over him. And Şengün is taking Gobert right into the post every time here. I like what I'm seeing from Şengün a lot. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? Edwards over to DiVincenzo. And then Jalen Green jumps the passing lane. Bad pass from DiVincenzo, and Jalen Green gets an easy right-handed jam out of it on the fast break. Terrible pass from Dante DiVincenzo, man. And you're hearing some boos out of the Minnesota crowd right now. 70-58, 12-point lead for Houston here. Their largest lead of the game. Kay Hazy said Gobert should be contesting better. Şengün's just kind of eating him up right now. Şengün's good. High possibility he ends up being making his first All-Star team this year. High possibility. Especially if Houston's going to remain like a top 4 seed. I think Houston's got to get an All-Star, and it should be Şengün. AP said, keep the Knicks enthusiasm. No, you're right, for sure. I think I got to learn how to find enthusiasm in calling the game for other teams. You know what I mean? Like, I have to, in my mind, find a vested interest somewhere. You know? Because thinking about it, I don't care who wins or loses this game. I don't. It doesn't really matter. But I should be able to find a way to make it a lot more fun and exciting as a commentator. And that's, part of the learning process. Like, you got to understand, like, this is my 3rd year of calling Knicks games. And so, while I know, like, it's only 3 years, still have to get a lot better, obviously. But, like, I understand that when there's a big moment for the Knicks, when it's coming and you can kind of feel it coming because you get a sense of the team, I gotta learn how to find those weaves in calling games for other teams. Keenan Hart said, listen to the tapes of Marty Glickman, who helped Marv Albert with his career. For sure, I do my research for sure. I listen to some things about how to be better. For sure do. Keenan Hart said, I like Şengün, do not like Rudy. I don't know who does like Rudy, to be fair. I don't know if there's a Rudy fan base out there, but... also think Şengün is an all-star. Yeah, like I said, if Houston's going to remain the top 4 seed, they're number 3 right now in the West. They remain a top 4 seed going into the All-Star break or when they name the All-Stars. Houston's got to have an All-Star now. Şengün's playing like one. Numbers are there. The effectiveness is there. He's taking it right to the reigning Defensive Player of the Year in Gobert right now. He's got 10 points, 3 boards, 6 assists, and 3 steals tonight. Like, he's that guy, man. He's that guy. At least right now for Houston. And we're back into it. Randall's going to bring it down. Dylan Brooks hounding him full court. Hands it off to Alexander Walker. Being guarded by VanVleet. Gets it over to Edwards. Edwards coming to his left, driving it down, blows past the defense, reverse layup, gets it to go. A lot of contact too, no foul call. But Houston still maintaining a double-digit lead. Van Vliet gets it over to Şengün, who pump fakes against Gobert. Now he's going to back him down, and they call a foul on Gobert. That's 3 fouls on Gobert now. They're running out of options. Here comes Naz Reid. But the thing about a Naz Reid, Julius Randle front court, no rim protection there, man. Neither of those guys are rim protectors. Miami down 3. Next commercial break, we're going to have to go around the league and check in on that game. Brooks has it up top. Good denial on Jalen Green. They get it over to Jabari Smith against Naz Reid. He's going to take him off the dribble. Now kicks it out to Green. Green's got a fire with the shot clock winding down, and Dylan Brooks knocks down the pull-up contested 3, falling back. Little fadeaway from 3 over the contested hand of Randle. They get it into Naz Reid. Right wing, high post, back out to McDaniels. He's going to pull it out. Now they throw it into Randle, being guarded by Brooks. Randle's going to face up. Jab step coming to his left, across the lane, flips it up the left hand, and he gets the friendly roll off the back of the rim, gets it to go down. And Randle's getting into it. You don't want to wake up the beast, Dylan Brooks. Randle getting right up into Şengün. And then gets fouled by Randle. And Şengün just knew how to draw that foul on Randle. Randle was being way too aggressive with him. Keenan Hart said on Houston, Tari Easton's going to be a future All-Star. I don't know about that. Only because the offense just isn't there at all with Tari Easton. It really isn't. He's not a very good perimeter shooter at all. And he's a very inconsistent finisher around the basket. The defense is insane. But you can't get All-Star with just defense, man. Something has to pop with him offensively. And if it does, then he could hit All-Star. But it doesn't look promising. As Edwards driving it down, they swing it around to Reid. Naz Reid off glass over Şengün, gets it to go. Again, Naz Reid, a savior for Minnesota tonight. The only guy outside of Edwards' three-point shooting who has anything going. Down to a 9-point game. See if Minnesota can build up some momentum here as Van Vliet steps back and knocks down a mid-range jumper off the handoff from Şengün. Nickeil Alexander-Walker pushing the other way. Spins to his right. Up top, Naz Reid. They leave him wide open, butt naked wide open. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Van Vliet with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Putting his head down, attacking. Takes the contact. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. And I believe they called a goaltend on Naz Reid. So 2 points for Van Vliet. Ken Harner said, I used to listen to the Knicks on radio when I was in med school and didn't have a TV. It was Jim, Carvelis, and Clyde on the radio. Yeah, most people get their start on the radio. I like really listening to basketball and baseball on the radio. I really do. Football, not so much for some reason. Van Vliet over to Dylan Brooks, left wing 3 in transition, wide open, knocks it down, everything going down for Houston. But they're also generating really good looks, man. And it's 80 to 64, I believe. Let me double check this score right now. Am I right? Am I right? It's 80 to 64. Gave 2 points on one side. Whoa. Oh, we double clicked it multiple times. Oh, brother. Also, I should probably stop the timer. There we go. 80 to 64 is a rough score. 16-point deficit for Minnesota right now. They're starting to get blown out. It's starting to get embarrassing, Minnesota. Can you put a run together here? Ricardo said, I've been to a lot of Knicks play-by-play commentary before. I ended up here in Sheffy's channel, and I'm staying here with the best. Ain't going nowhere. Appreciate you, Ricardo, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. A lot of competition out there in the Knicks space, which is also a small reason why I was like, all right, let's start expanding into other teams as well. Obviously, the main priority will always be the Knicks. The Knicks are going to be the main content, of course, forever and always. But with so many Knicks channels out there, I was like, all right, how do you separate yourself from them? Well, you become a little bit more NBA-centric outside of the Knicks as well. But of course, like I said, Knicks will always remain the priority. M. Rookie said, I see you on Twitch too. That's Mark. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're on Twitch too. If you guys didn't know, we multi-stream on YouTube and on Twitch just because. The Twitch side doesn't really do too well, but we really only started like a couple of games into the season. So we've really only done about 20 games on the Twitch side. Looking into how you really expand an audience on Twitch, everything I've read and seen is like, well, you kind of build up a community and audience on other social media sites, and then you bring them over to the Twitch side. And I'm like, oh, okay, but like, I still like YouTube streaming, so we're gonna continue to the YouTube stream. But we'll just simulcast it as well on Twitch, and then hopefully it'll just gradually build itself up. But we'll see. Also, like some people prefer the Twitch experience versus the YouTube experience, so whichever you prefer. AP said, I think OG should get All-Star consideration. I think 100% he's going to get All-Star consideration, especially after his 40-point performance against the Denver Nuggets. Got a lot of people talking, especially because of what's going on with Denver. So a lot of people were talking about that game, and you know, when it's a notable performance like that, people go to the box scores and they're like, damn, OG had 40 that night? And it's just going to open up the eyes of a lot of people. You have to have performances like that in order to get the All-Star consideration. And OG is going to get the consideration. We'll see if he gets it or not. Because as Dillingham puts up a straightaway three, comes up well short. Because we know the Knicks are going to get two All-Stars. Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns are going to be All-Stars. So are they going to get three? You know, that's interesting considering Boston might get three, considering Cleveland might get three, the start that they've had. Dylan Brooks has it on the right wing. Falling away along the baseline. Oh my goodness. Is it the Dylan Brooks game? What is going on? What's gotten into Dylan the Villain tonight? He's going off offensively. He can't miss. Edwards coming to his left. Cross-court pass, Dillingham, left wing three. He's not bashful, but he continues to misfire. Eamon Thompson has it. Dillingham went for the steal. Van Vliet pushing the other way. Coming to his left off of Şengün's high screen. Gets to the foul line, pull up mid-range jumper, hit the front of the rim, can't get the friendly roll. Ball knocked loose. Knocked out of bounds by Eason, who's fighting for the rebound, so the ball will go back to Minnesota here. Kinhara said, did anyone notice that as of last night, the Knicks are now starting a lineup where all five have scored 40 points in the NBA game? Is that a first? I don't think it would be a first. I'd be very surprised if it were a first. But, yeah, it's dope. It's very dope. Dillingham on the left wing, pump fakes, driving it on Van Vliet, and they call a foul on Van Vliet for putting two hands on him. Get your hands off of him, Fred. AP said, Chef, I told you you are Mike on the radio. That is an insane compliment. I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I appreciate you. Edwards coming to his left, leaves it off Dillingham. They're purposely leading the rookie open, and this time he makes him pay, knocking down the left corner three. 15-point deficit, 82-67. Eamon Thompson has it on the left wing, 3 minutes to go. Gets it over to Şengün. Fakes the handoff to Van Vliet. Now driving to his left, spinning to his right, takes the contact. I don't know if they're going to give him the contact in this. Oh, they are. Doesn't matter. They're in the bonus, so he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws anyway. Mark on Twitch said live stream on Instagram or X Spaces. I've thought about it. I don't like Instagram. I've never used Instagram consistently. It's part of the reason why I don't have an Instagram for this channel. I had a personal Instagram years ago that I just have stopped using completely. I stopped using it years ago. I'm just not an Instagram person. I like platforms that are built for live streaming. Like YouTube and Twitch. I mean, YouTube's not built for live streaming; it's built for video. But they've kind of repackaged that, and they have a good live streaming system. I like the live streaming system, especially for stuff like this. I also like Twitch. I'm not as big of a fan of X Spaces and Instagram, personally. And I also like the community that we built with those spaces. I don't know if I want to build up a community from people from Instagram and from X's. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy with what we have. I don't want to start introducing no offense to the people on those spaces, but people who consistently use those spaces and go to lives in those spaces. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Trying not to be disrespectful, but. Keenan Hart said, Breeny is a classic in the Marty Glickman, Marv Albert tradition. He is. To me, Mike Breen is my GOAT. My commentator's GOAT, man. As Nickeil Alexander-Walker attacks Jake Lawndale and gets the lefty layup to go. Nickeil Alexander's played well. The bench for Minnesota has played pretty well. And the bench for Houston, outside of Thompson and, as Thompson fires a three, can't get it to go, outside of Thompson and Easton's defense, has really struggled for Houston, which is how Minnesota clawed their way back into the game previously. Dillingham, off the Gobert screen, gets to the foul line, pump fakes, kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards coming to his left, attacking Easton off the dribble. He's going to pull it back out and look to attack. Crosses over, steps back, now crosses back over, goes along the baseline, takes the contact, no foul call, ball knocked loose. And then a kick ball. And then a technical on Easton. Oh, brother, Easton, what are you doing, my man? What are you doing? You're doing too much. Slam the ball on the floor in frustration. Or maybe it's on Dylan Brooks. No, it's on Tari Easton for slamming the ball. AP said Ewing, Starks, and Oakley were all-stars the same year in 94. I don't want to see anyone there with under a 500 record. I mean, it depends. There's far more talent in the league now than there was in the 90s overall. And when you're looking at it, like, Boston may get 3 All-Stars. Cleveland may get 3 All-Stars. Are they going to give the Knicks 3 All-Stars? You know? Like, that's 9 All-Stars to 3 teams. Then 3 All-Stars. Then Giannis is going to get an All-Star bid. So that's 2 All-Stars remaining for the other 13 teams. You know? Now, if they deserve it, they deserve it. But I'm just saying, it's something to think about when you're putting those teams together. Anthony Edwards has it up top. Shot clock winding down. They throw it inside the Gobert. Kicks it out to Reed. Reed's going to put up a right wing three. It's not the guy to leave open, and he makes you pay. Back down to an 11-point game as Minnesota starting to claw its way back before the start of the fourth quarter. Green has it on the left wing, being guarded by Dillingham. Lawndale tried to hit Green, come back door. Bad pass from Lawndale. Anthony Edwards shot out like a cannon. Lefty layup over Lawndale, gets it to go. And now it's back to a 9-point game. Houston's bench is letting them down. They're letting Minnesota back into this one. Keenan Hart said, well, it don't work that way now. All teams get an all-star. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, if Detroit's, like, 20 and 27, you know, by the time they decide on the all-star teams, but Cade Cunningham is playing at an all-star level, are you telling me Cade Cunningham can't be an all-star on a 20 and 27 team when they're possibly, like, at that point, a 7th or 8th seed? Like, of course you can. Of course he can. Of course he could be an all-star. Mark said, I get you. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. Heat down 2 with 6 minutes to go, halfway through the fourth quarter. Looking at it now, 5:20 to go, 93-91. Damian Lillard still remaining scoreless so far. From the last time I looked at it, he's got 35 and 10. But he's been stuck on 35 for a minute. He's played 32 minutes tonight. Butler with 20, Bam with 14, Hero with 18. Robinson with 11. Rozier with 11. Kel'el Ware's getting play, though. Shout out Kel'el Ware, the rookie. Milwaukee just scored, 96-92. All right, here we go. We're back into this one. Final minute of the third quarter here. Green, backdoor pass from Lawndale. Lawndale back to Green. Green has it on the left wing. Dillingham digging in defensively. Shot clock winding down. Over to Dylan Brooks, who pump fakes, driving it in. Puts up a righty. Layup off glass. Can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound. Dillingham pushing. Under a minute to go. Edwards on the right wing. Quick crossover to his left. Attacking Eason. Goes up. Takes the foul. And one for Anthony Edwards. Powering through the contact. Dragging his team back into this one. Taking it right to Tari Eason. We've been singing the praises of Tari Eason all night long. And Anthony Edwards is eating his lunch money right now. Keenan Hart said, how is Milwaukee winning without Giannis? Dame went off. Dame went off, although he slowed down in the second half. Edwards does knock down his and one free throw. 45 seconds to go, and it is now a 6-point ball game. Green has it up top, coming to it right off the Lawndale screen. Shoves it over to Lawndale. Ball knocked loose off of Edwards, and it's off of Lawndale. Ball going back to Minnesota here for the final 38 seconds. Should be a 2-for-1 situation. Edwards going to bring it down, dancing with it. Steps back for a three. He's going to take the 2-for-1. Comes up short on it. Green with the rebound. Mark said tie game. Oh, brother. After this quarter ends, we're going to have to look at it real quick. Hero dancing with it. Has it up top, spinning, coming to his left. Now coming down, now steps back. Over to Eason, wide open in the left corner for three. They leave you open for a reason. And Thompson right there for the tip, but he can't get it to go. They save it. Lawndale has it, gets it over to Green. Shot clock winding, game clock winding down. He's got to shove it up. He does, and he can't get the three to go, and that's going to end the third quarter on a helter-skelter play there from Houston. They can't get a basket. It's going to end 82-77. No, it's 84-78. My bad. My bad. My score is off. All right, let's look at this real quick. End of the third quarter. It's 97-96 with 3:44 left to go. Damian Lillard at the foul line. He knocked down both of his free throws, so it's 98-96. Lillard's up to 37 and 11. They got 13 from Lopez, 11 from Portis, 10 from Connaughton. Not much help outside of that. I mean, everyone's chipped in here and there. They've hit 18 threes tonight. Miami's only at 8. But they're in a timeout situation. Under 4 minutes to go in that game. It's a 2-point game. Spurs Jazz. They just started their second quarter. It's 42-41. The Bulls ended up beating down on the Wizards. They won by 19. The late game here tonight on TNT is Lakers versus Suns. That should be a fun game. I mean, that's just sort of the Milwaukee experience, isn't it? This season especially. They've been a very mediocre team at best. They're 8-9 now. I mean, hats off to them. They've crawled I believe they started 2-8. They've crawled their way back to 500 if they can win tonight. They'll be 9-9 if they can beat Miami, and Miami's at 7-7. So if we go to the standings overall, and it's important because it's an NBA Cup game. But Milwaukee's 6th, man. And if they can win tonight, they would be the 5th seed, back up to the 5th seed. So unlike Philly, Milwaukee has sort of figured it out a little bit, getting back to respectability. And funnily enough, Philadelphia's next game is against this very Houston Rockets team, where I don't think they'll have much of a chance. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Dillingham over to Reed, coming off a screen, driving it down, flips it up with the right hand, gets it to go over Lawndale. Lawndale has been a disaster here tonight for the Rockets, man. He's been an absolute disaster. He has not played well with them at all. Van Vliet has it up top, being guarded by Alexander Walker. Coming to it right off the Lawndale screen. Alexander Walker sticking with him. Gets it over to Lawndale in the high post. Hands it off to Shepard, coming to his right. And Shepard almost turned it over as he tried to kick it out to Easton. Reed saw it coming the whole way and knocked the ball out of bounds. Keenan Hart said, "Who the F is Pell Larson?" You know the Rockets, you know the Rockets deal. Van Vliet just got to shove it up with the shot clock winding down. It's an air ball. You know what Miami's all about, Kinahara. They just pull guys out of the parking lot, and they're like, "Hey, man, you know what a basketball is?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, we'll teach you how to play the game." Like, how many times does it happen? Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, not Caleb Martin necessarily, because he was a good college player. As Dillingham, they leave him open for a three, and he splashes it. Oh, brother. Houston's starting to fall apart here. It's a 1-point game. (101-97). So it's looking like Milwaukee will be able to pull that one out. Obviously, still a lot of time left, and only a 4-point lead. 3 minutes to go. 104-100. Both teams trading threes, it looks like. Under 2 minutes to go in that game. See, this is where I wish I had a friend who wanted to do. I've asked all my friends. They wanted in on helping with the production of this. Everybody was like, "Yeah, you go ahead, you do that. And I was like, "All right, do it by myself then." None of you guys want to help. They don't got the vision. They don't got the vision like us, y'all. But this is where it would be great to have a buddy with me so I could have them, on the production side, and we could set up multiple scenes where we could swap between these games. Ken Hart said Milwaukee's going to win and Hero's going to he's going to screw you over. Yeah, 1:38 to go. It's 104-100. Lillard missed a three. Pell Larson misses a three. 1:21 to go. Still 104-100. I need a three ball from Hero. Come on. You still got about 80 seconds left. Maybe at the end. We're only minutes of this fourth quarter here, but it looks like Minnesota has sort of pulled themselves together, man. They've absolutely pulled themselves out of the trenches here. It looked like Houston's going to start to blow this one open and run away with it, but here comes Minnesota. Funnily enough, without Randall or DiVincenzo pretty much involved at all. As a matter of fact, I want to go through the box score real quick. What do these guys have? DiVincenzo has 3 points. 1 for 5 from the field. 1 rebound, 3 assists. And Julius Randle has 15 points. 2 boards, 3 assists. Like, dude, if he had 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists while he was on the Knicks, dude, we would be eating that guy alive. Keenan Hart said, Larson is taking on with my hero shots. Carter said, I love the idea of having a production team. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Finding good help is hard. Finding good help that you can trust as well is hard. Van Vliet gets open off the handoff from Şengün, but he can't knock down the shot. Eamon Thompson keeps the ball alive, though, back out to Şengün. Kicks it back out to Van Vliet. Van Vliet being hounded by Alexander Walker. Pocket pass to Şengün. Hits Thompson cutting back door, and he throws it down with 2 hands. And gives Houston a little bit of breathing room there. Just a little bit of breathing room. Dillingham crosses over, and Shepard pokes it away. Easton picks it up. He's going to look to go all the way. Euro steps past Naj Reid, but Easton can't get the floater to go. Dillingham saves it over to McDaniels. Has it on the left wing. He's going to look to attack in transition here. Gets blocked by Thompson going to the basket. Has it, gets it back. Flips it up the left hand over Thompson, and he gets that one to go. Back to a 1-point game. These teams are going back and forth now. Miami down 1 with 29 seconds. Oh, man. Oh, man. Şengün hands it off to Van Vliet. Coming down the lane, leans in. He's at the foul line. He's going to have to pull it back out. Gets it out to Şengün. Out by the three-point line. He's going to look to attack Gobert. Leaning in. One-legged fall away in the paint. Gets it to go. High arcing shot for Şengün. Under 10 minutes to go. 88-85, three-point lead for Houston. They got a little bit of breathing room. Dillingham bringing it down against Easton. Up top to Reid. Reid being guarded by Shepherd. The other Reid. Over to Gobert. Hands it off to Dillingham. Coming to his left. Easton chasing him. Stops, turns, spins, gets caught in the air. Kicks it out to McDaniels on the right wing. Attacking Shepherd. Leans in. Fall away jumper after creating the space. Can't get it to go. Easton with the rebound. Quick outlet to Van Vliet. And Van Vliet's going to bring it down and look to organize his team. Has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Şengün screen. Puts up the threes. Knocked down everything, but he can't get that one to go here tonight. Gobert with the rebound. Hands it off to Alexander Walker, who will bring it down. Shepherd will pick him up. Alexander Walker on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Gobert screen. Driving it down. Pass fake. Goes up with the lefty layup. Over Şengün. Gets it to go. And they call the foul on Şengün. Alexander Walker, who remains perfect from the field, I believe he's 6 for 6 now, is going to go to the foul line for one more. Looking to tie the game up at 88, excuse me. Scary Terry with the three ball. Overtime? Oh, brother. This says it's 107-103 on the ESPN app. It says 107-103. He down 4. I need Hero with a LJ 4-point play. Alexander Walker did knock down his free throw. Şengün driving it down, kicks it out. Van Vliet, no hesitation, straightaway three. Splashes in nothing but net. Van Vliet has been a Timberwolf killer tonight. McDaniels bringing it down. Hands it off to Naj Reid. Coming to his right up the Gobert screen. High floater off glass, way off. Looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. McDaniels fighting for the rebound, can't get it. And it goes out of bounds. Şengün has it up top, being guarded by Gobert. Settles for a foul line full of jumpers, swishes it, nothing but net for Şengün. And he's talking. He is hyping his team up right now. I love it. I love it. Talk your nonsense. Talk your nonsense, Şengün. I like to see it. Going right at Gobert in the second half, man. 93-88, 5-point cushion for Houston here after previously being up by, I believe, 18 was their largest lead of the game. Houston came all the way back to tie. Now Houston with a 5-point cushion right now with about 8.5 to go here in the fourth quarter of this NBA Cup game. Shot clock violation. It's 104-103. Wipe that three off the board. 5 seconds to go. Miami down 1. I don't know why I'm doing that when I could literally, I have NBA League Pass up right now. I could literally just do this. What am I doing? Or will it tell me I have to, yeah, it's telling me I have to go to, all right, maybe I'll just do this. Put it up on the other screen real quick. Get that out of here. Let's go over here. Hopefully I can see the end of this game. Can I get there fast enough? Load, load, load. There we go. Now I can put this on. Let me make sure the audio is low. Talking over it. All right, 0.3 to go. What happened in this final play? They got it to Hero. There's your guy, Kinhara. And he got the three-point attempt off. And it was pretty close to going down. 1.2 to go. No, did he get fouled? Why is everybody laughing and smiling right now? I don't think he got fouled. But Taurean Prince with the rebound. 1.2 to go. Milwaukee with the 1-point lead. I believe the ball is back into Milwaukee. Oh, they fouled Taurean Prince. He's at the foul line. 1.2. Mark said in and out from Hero. Yeah, it was a close one, man. That was a close one. Also, this Miami Heat court, trash. Why did they go with the yellow for the main court? When you think Miami Heat, you definitely don't think yellow. I got the Heat game on over here. I got our Minnesota game on right here. Nah, he blew it. You had your chance there, man. You had your chance there. He was the guy who they went to for the shot. Torian Prince knocks him down. Hold on, there's 1.2 left. Miami does have a timeout. You may have one more chance here, Kinhara. You may have one more chance here. 1.2 to go is definitely enough time for even one dribble in a shot. So he's got time to get off a decent look. And realistically, they're definitely going back to Hero. Their best three-point shooter, especially off the catch. All right, here we go. We're coming back to the Minnesota game. Dillingham bringing it down. Dillingham's back in. He's had a much better second half than he had in the first half. Dylan Brooks guarding him. Dylan Brooks is also back in. He's been a killer. He and Van Vliet have been killers, along with Şengün, especially in the second half against Minnesota here. Dillingham pump fakes, driving it down, throws a lob to Gobert, and he throws it down with two hands. Beautiful move from the rookie Dillingham. He's definitely getting comfortable out there. Thompson has it up top, being guarded by Gobert. They don't respect Thompson's offensive game. They get it over to Jabari in the left corner. Randall guarding him, who's back in. Jabari swings through to his right, gets it back out to Brooks, hands it off to Van Vliet, being guarded by McDaniels. Coming to his right, leaves it off to Şengün, who's going to step back for a right corner three. He's feeling it, comes up short, long rebound. Şengün picks it up. Tried to leave it off for Thompson, but Van Vliet picks it off. Inside to Thompson, kicks it out. They swing it around. Brooks pump fakes, driving it down. Going all the way, scoop layup with the right hand, way off. Randall with the rebound, shot out of the cannon. He's pushing it down the other way. Cross-court pass to Edwards. He's coming to his left, driving it down in the paint. Gets fouled from behind by Van Vliet. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Houston has their opportunities. All right, back. Wow. Edwards is going to the foul line here. Back to this, 1.2 to go. Duncan Robinson gets it in the Rozier, takes a dribble, fires it away. Can't get it to go, and that's it. That's it. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Mark said, I love seeing Miami lose, not going to lie. Yeah. I mean, realistically, this was a net positive either way for the Knicks. Either one of these teams losing is good. Edwards did knock down both of his free throws, by the way. 93-92, 7-11 to go. They get it into Şengün on the left wing, backing down Randall. And they call a foul on Randall. All right, let's get this game off the screen now. Kinhara, Scary Terry. He got a decent, he got open, got a decent look at it. Şengün at the foul line after being fouled by Randall. Gets the first one to go. Got one more coming. Didn't get the shot off. Oh, he didn't even get the shot off. He did take that awkward dribble. Like, he got it, and it looked like he was just going to chuck it, and he was a little off balance, so he took a quick dribble, set his feet, and then fired it. Didn't even get it off in time. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Kinhara said, I got to admit, like Ant-Man, I like him better when he's not taking 10 threes a game. Honestly. But Dillingham has it up top, attacking to his left off Van Vliet. Scoop layup with the left hand, and he gets it to go off glass. Dillingham is so quick, man. He's so quick. Van Vliet bringing it down against Dillingham. Picks his dribble up. No, he doesn't. Excuse me. Van Vliet coming to his left, stumbles, picks his dribble up. Kicks it out to Şengün up top. He pump fakes, spins. Almost stolen by Dillingham. And then Şengün he tried to kick it out to Van Vliet, but it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be out of bounds on Thompson. Ball going back to Minnesota here. Ant-Man bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. Van Vliet's going to switch on to him. Edwards is going to attack. He has it along the right baseline. They bring in double team with Şengün. They're showing two. Cross-court pass to Randall. Catches. Going to drive it on Brooks. Leaning in. Gets blocked by Jabari Smith Jr. Great block and help defense from Jabari. He's going to drive it down now in transition. Loses the handle, so he's going to bring it back out. Up top to Şengün. They swing it over to a wide open Dillon Brooks for three. Halfway down, but the ball rolls out of the rim on him. And here comes Edwards off the Gobert rebounding. Coming to his left, step back, mid-range pull-up jumper. Hits the front of the rim, can't get it to go. Thompson with an athletic rebound. He's pushing the other way here. Thompson coming to his right. Stops, leans in, gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So Thompson, not known for his free throw shooting, he's at the foul line for 2 free throws. He does knock down the first one. Got one more coming. I'm going to need to refill this water one more time, man. This water goes so fast. I guess it's a good thing. I'm drinking a lot of water. But refilling it is annoying. Thompson does go 2 for 2 from the foul line. Houston's still holding on to this lead. They haven't relinquished it to Minnesota. The best they've done is tie at Minnesota. As Dillingham gets free, gets blocked by Şengün at the basket. Randall picks up the rebound, kicks it out to McDaniels. Up top to Edwards. Edwards is going to dance with it, coming to his left, attacking Jabari off the switch, puts up a floater, can't get it to go. Long rebound, Randall fighting for it. He gets it back, goes up, takes the contact, and he finishes through the contact and flexes on the defense. Julius Randle making winning plays right now. No one picks up Dillon Brooks, but kicks it back out up top to Şengün. Over to Van Vliet, coming to his right. He gets space off the Şengün screen, but he can't knock down the three. Comes up well short. Edwards with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Edwards, hesitation dribble, coming to his left. Behind the Gobert screen, puts up the three. Wide open, can't get it to go. But the ball finds its way back to Edwards, and he gets ran over by 3 defenders, and he's going to go back to the foul line for 2 more free throws. And this could be the Timberwolves' first lead in the second half here. Edwards is holding his right arm, his right wrist, as I believe Minnesota's called the timeout. San Antonio's 9-8, 500 team. It's pretty good. The rookie Stephon Castle's got 12. Wemby's playing, he's got 21 and only 2 rebounds. Come on, Wemby. We're about to hit halftime. You only got 2 rebounds? It didn't look like Edwards hurt his elbow or his forearm or his wrist or something off the contact. It looked like he hurt his wrist when he fell after the contact. He's 6 for 6 from the foul line, but he's going to the free throw line for 2 more here. The 2 East Coast games have ended. Bulls beat the Wizards. Bucks beat the Heat. We have 3 West Coast games left. We have this one that we're watching now, obviously. Spurs are playing the Jazz. Jazz are currently up by 7. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. And then the Lakers and the Suns are the late game. I don't know if Durant is back. I don't think so. Right? 97-96, 4:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Both teams have been going back and forth, especially since Minnesota has made this late run to get back into the game after being down 16. But honestly, the starting lineup from Houston is really giving this Minnesota team that doesn't matter who's out there. It's really giving them fits all game long. Edwards knocks down the first free throw, and he goes 2 for 2 at the foul line, giving Minnesota their first lead of the second half. Here comes the Rockets. Green has it up top, bringing it down against Edwards. Edwards looking to lock down defensively. He pokes the ball loose. And then Şengün goes in the backcourt to pick it up. Edwards is upset, saying he got held, which is why he couldn't go pursue the ball. But Şengün coming down, flipping up a shot against Gobert, way off. Randall with the rebound, he's bringing it down. Over to Dillingham. Dillingham's going to dance with it over to Edwards. A lot of trust from Chris Finch on the rookie Dillingham here, and deservedly so. He's playing over DiVincenzo, which is pretty crazy. Edwards looking to go one-on-one against Jalen Green here. Jalen Green, not known for his defense. They kick it out. McDaniels, a straightaway three over Dylan Brooks. Can't get it to go, but the ball finds its way out to Dillingham, who pump fakes, goes in, puts up the floater, and he gets it to go. And Minnesota now with the three-point cushion. Rob Dillingham, second straight game he's come up very big for his team. Starting to find his way. Maybe Dillingham is the reason why Donte DiVincenzo may be on the trading block. Van Vliet coming to his left. He gets open from three. Can't get the three to go. Dylan Brooks with the offensive rebound. Feeds it off to Jabari Smith. Shoves it over to Şengün. They kick it out. Jalen Green, no, they call a foul on the Şengün pass attempt out to Jalen Green. It's a foul on Anthony Edwards. We're going to get another timeout here. About 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Houston now down by 3 points. This would be a big win for Minnesota. Minnesota, who struggled to find their identity, kind of prevailing in this game almost solely through talent, man. The talents of Edwards, the talents of Randall, and Rob Dillingham coming up big for them here in the second half in this fourth quarter specifically. Getting the play over Donte DiVincenzo. Man. What happened, Devo? What's going on, big dog? What's going on? Say it ain't so, Donte. Maybe he's doing it on purpose so he could force his way back to the Knicks. I kid. I don't even think it's possible. Don't even think it's possible. I'll tell you what, Timberwolves. We'll give you Matt Ryan, knockdown three-point shooter, if you give us back Donte. What is Dillingham up to now? Now I'm curious. Dillingham off the bench. 10 points, 4 boards, 7 assists, doing a little bit of everything. Oh, now they put it up. Thanks. Şengün has it up top, hands it off to Van Vliet, coming to his left, over to Green. Green driving to his right, leaves it off Şengün, floater off the glass, way off, can't get it to go. And good box out from McDaniels and rebound. Here comes Anthony Edwards. Has it up top, being guarded by Green. Gets it over to Randall. Randall calling for it, coming to his right. Now crossing over to his left off the Gobert screen, leaning in, driving it down, goes through the contact, flips it up at the basket, gets the layup to go. Julius Randall taking over here a little bit, enforcing his physicality. Van Vliet leaves it off for Şengün, a straightaway three off the back rim, can't get it to go. Houston not getting good looks at the basket now. Edwards bringing it down, has it up top. Gets it over to Randall. Randall calling for the ball over Edwards. He's looking at Edwards like, give me the ball. I'm attacking. I'm in attack mode. Randall taking Jabari Smith off the bounce. A lot of handling from Randall now. Kicks it out. Edwards gets an open look straight away three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. But McDaniels with the offensive rebound, and he tried to go up and throw down, and he couldn't get it. He gets blocked by Jabari Smith at the rim. Ball was knocked loose. And then Gobert ends up fouling Van Vliet, fighting for the ball. Oh, no, it was Şengün who blocked McDaniels at the rim. And then Jabari ended up with the ball after the play. But Houston's got to look to score here, man. Their offense has really struggled for the majority of this fourth quarter. Thompson hands it off to Van Vliet. Van Vliet coming to his right. Another pull-up three and another miss. It's not going in, Van Vliet. It's not been a good shot here in the second half. You made him in the first half, but not so far here in the second. Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. Coming to his left off the Gobert screen. They show two. Now they go back to one-on-one. Thompson guarding Edwards. This is a great matchup. A great defender against a great offensive player. Edwards driving it down, kicks it out. McDaniels wide open in the corner. Ooh, halfway down, but the ball pops out. And Şengün will bring it down after the rebound. We're under 2 minutes to go. Şengün up top, coming to his left off the Van Vliet screen. Now kicks it out to Van Vliet. Pump fakes. one dribble. He's got time to set himself, and he finally knocks down a three for Houston here, closing the lead down to 2. 100-102, Minnesota with a 2-point lead. Thompson guarding Edwards here. Edwards has it on the left wing. Gobert runs right into Şengün. Şengün hit the floor looking for a call, flop. And Edwards ended up with a wide open look. Gobert saves it from going out of bounds. Jabari Smith saves it from going out. No, Gobert did save it. Jabari ended up with it. And Houston has it. They get it over to Dillon Brooks with a deep right wing three. It's not a good shot, Dillon Brooks. We got about a minute to go. Work the ball around a little bit. And now Minnesota's going to slow it down a little bit. Randle has it up top. Being guarded by Thompson. Now Şengün switches on the Randle. Driving to his right, blows right past him. Runs right into Thompson. And they call an offensive foul on Randle. Oh, man. AP said that's a good trade. No DiVincenzo in the closing minutes of this game. Randle just picks up a crucial offensive foul here as he barrels over Amen Thompson. So Van Vliet bringing it down. Van Vliet coming to it right off of Jabari Smith's screen. Now chucks up another three. What are we doing? We are chucking up nothing but threes, Houston. These are terrible shots. Dillingham crosses over. He's got open space. He's attacking Thompson. Thompson's a knock. Oh, an excellent defensive play. He just takes it away. And Thompson's just going to go all the way and lays it up and in with the right hand. Thompson absolutely saving this game for Houston right now. Just took it right out of the hands of Rob Dillingham. Dillingham's a fantastic ball handler, but Thompson just took it right out of his hands, poked it loose, and took it all the other way for the layup. Now Dillingham's looking to attack. And an offensive foul on Gobert. Oh my goodness, Minnesota. They had the whole advantage this whole fourth quarter, especially these last 2 minutes, and they're just toiling it away right now. Mistake after mistake after mistake. The offensive foul from Randle, the pickpocket from Thompson on Dillingham in the open court. Now the offensive foul, illegal screening from Gobert, and it's tied at 102. And Van Vliet has it on the right wing. Could be the final shot of the quarter. They feed it off to Şengün, driving it down against Gobert. Gobert with a huge block. Edwards is going to bring it down. No timeouts available for Minnesota. Edwards is just going to look to go one-on-one against Dylan the Villain here. Edwards attacking to his left, putting his head down, puts up a high floater off glass, and it falls out of the basket. Şengün picks it up, chucks it three-quarters court, and it hits off the backboard. We got overtime, y'all. We got overtime. And the fabled, I did not improve this yet. I didn't add this. Fifth quarter now starts. Shout out the fifth quarter, man. The fifth quarter makes its return for the first time this season. Not for a Knicks game. The Knicks have yet to have overtime this season. But here we go. The fabled fifth quarter. Got 5 more minutes of basketball. It's not as exciting when it's not the team you root for, but 5 more minutes of basketball is 5 more minutes of basketball. Let's get to it, y'all. It's been a good game so far. Charlie V, what's up, Charlie? These two should be in the first round of the playoffs. Should. Maybe. 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 And I don't even think who would not end up making the playoff in that situation. Because Houston's been looking good on the season, but they are a young team, and you're seeing here that they could falter in these close games. And Minnesota is battle-tested, and they did make the Western Conference Finals last year. But completely different team this year without Karl-Anthony Towns. K. Hazy said, damn, I was hoping no overtime. Me too, K. Hazy, me too. Low-key, I was kind of hoping we could just, he could go back, finish this game out, and then just, end the rest of our night. Now we got 5 more minutes of basketball. Both of these teams have played overtime before. The Rockets are 0-1. Minnesota's 1-0. Edwards could have won it, man. Could have won at the buzzer. What is Edwards up to? What is the box score looking like? Edwards with 27. Randall and Najri tied at 19 for second leading scorer. Like I said, DiVincenzo's only played 21 minutes, only 3 points and 3 assists. And he is 0 for 4 from 3. Oh, I gotta put the timer back on. I had all that time and I didn't do it. I can't change it here. I have to go all the way over here. Great. Great, guys. Great. I have to go there. Where are you? There you are. Van Vliet has it up top. Throws over the top to Şengün. Şengün picks up his dribble. Now gets it out to Jabari. Jabari on the right wing. Feed Şengün in the post. They leave him, so he's going to shoot the little jumper. Off the one leg. Can't get it to go. Edwards with the rebound. And shot out of Buchanan. He's pushing the pace. Now he slows it down on the right wing. Gets it up top to Randall. Randall being guarded by Jabari. He's looking for a screen from Gobert. Gets it. Now attacking to his right. Stops. Kicks it out. Wide open McDaniels, 3 on the left wing, can't get it to go. Gobert, the offensive rebound, and gets fouled by Şengün. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. And then I can do this. Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. We will leave that there. And then I can bring this guy back up. Yeah. Yes, I can. I can go there. And then we can do this. There we go. Gobert splits a pair of free throws. 102, 103. Van Vliet bringing it down. Over to Şengün. Şengün has it up top. They leave him. He pump fakes, picks a dribble up. Now he's going to put up the straightaway 3. And he breaks it off the back of the rim. This Houston shot selection is horrific, guys. From everybody. From the veterans down to the younger guys. From Van Vliet to Dylan Brooks to Şengün to Jalen Green. They double team Edwards out by the half-court line. He picks a dribble up. He's going to throw it over the top, and it's going to go through the hands of Gobert and out of bounds. So Houston will get another opportunity here. Under 4 minutes to go here in the overtime period. Minnesota with a 1-point lead, 103-102. Van Vliet driving past the defense, flips it up with the right hand and blows the layup. He had a wide open layup at the basket and just missed it. Now Randall pushing the other way. Leaves it off to McDaniels. Back to Randall. Randall on the right wing. Jab step, swing through, coming to his left, driving it down, kicks it in the corner to Edwards. Edwards has it in the left quarter, being guarded by Brooks. Brooks not giving him any airspace. Edwards jab step back, left corner, deep 3, air balls it, but Nickeil Alexander-Walker there, right there, to catch the air ball and put it right back in, and Alexander Walker remains perfect from the field, but he gets a hard screen in the backcourt as he falls down now to 5-on-4. They swing it around. Eamon Thompson, who's not known as a three-point shooter, but he knocks it down. Eamon Thompson for 3. The unlikeliest of heroes for Houston there. Tied at 105 now, just like that. Under 3 minutes to go. Randall bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Dillon Brooks, gets it over to Edwards. Edwards being guarded by Thompson. Both teams have struggled to execute offensively here. Randall looking to go one-on-one against Brooks. Coming to his right, a tough one-legged fall-away shot, not even close. Doesn't even hit the rim. Van Vliet pushing it down, leaves it off for Jabari Smith, and Smooth, slicing his way down the lane, gets the righty layup to go. And Houston takes the 2-point lead. Edwards bringing it down. Coming to his left off the Gobert screen. Gets it over to Randall. Randall pump fakes. Now he's driving it down, leaves it off. McDaniels at left corner three, looking to answer, can't get it to go. Jabari with the rebound, and here comes Van Vliet. Van Vliet bringing it down against Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's going to dance around a Şengün screen up top. Coming to his left. He's got space. Pocket pass to Şengün. Catches. Now goes right into Gobert. Stops, turns, flips it up behind his head, and he somehow knew where to go and banks it in as Houston gets a 4-point cushion. A 2-possession game here with under 2 minutes to go in the overtime period. 1:55 left to go in the game. Now I'm interested because McDaniels has had a handful of wide open threes here in the fourth quarter in the overtime period, and he hasn't really knocked any of them down. And I'm curious, what is DiVincenzo shooting on the year that warrants him sitting down here? He's averaging 9.6 points total. He's shooting 35.5% from the field. And on the season, shooting 33% from three. He's a 37% career three-point shooter. As the season goes on, he'll inch closer to 37%. He will. He'll catch fire at some point, and then it'll be like, oh, there's Dante. But 33% right now, when your team really needs some wins, man, and 35% from the field is rough, dude. That is rough. So we're under 2 minutes to go, 1:55. And Houston with a 4-point lead, 109-105 remaining. Houston just scored, so the ball will go back to Minnesota. Minnesota uses one of their 2 timeouts there. You got one more remaining for the final 2 minutes of the game. Edwards bringing it down against Thompson. Has it up top. Coming to his left. They show 2. They kick it out. Nickeil Alexander-Walker for 3, and that's his first miss of the game. And Van Vliet chases down the rebound. Van Vliet bringing it down. McDaniels going to pick him up. Gets it over to Şengün up top. Hands it off to Dillon Brooks. Coming to his left, off the Şengün screen. Driving it down, scoop layup with the left hand. High off glass, and he gets it to go over the outstretched hands of Gobert. Dillon Brooks is unafraid, man. Randall's going to drive it down, gets tied up, flips it up at the basket. No foul call. Şengün with the rebound, and that might do it. Dillon Brooks is going to bring it down. A minute to go. Şengün has it up top. Being guarded by Gobert. Driving it down, stops. If he scores here, this is going to be the nail in the coffin. And he does indeed get the righty hook shot to go over Gobert. And like I said, that might be the nail in the coffin for Minnesota here tonight. We are under a minute, 54 seconds exactly. It is an 8-point lead for Houston here in overtime. Minnesota may need a miracle to come back in this one. Kay Hazy said, that's why Tibbs told him his finishing was bad. Yeah, man, like he's never been a super efficient player from the field. Last season was his best season of his career, but you know. Şengün has taken it right to Rudy Gobert's chest all second half long. I thought he was very passive in the first half, but the coaching staff may have gone into his head and was just like, hey, man, why are you afraid of this guy? Go at him. And he's been doing that all night. He's torched them here in the second half. Gobert's Şengün has a triple-double? They just showed it's Şengün's 4th triple-double. He does. 22 points, 10 boards, 11 assists. 27 for Van Vliet. They get it into Randall. Randall being guarded by Brooks. Driving it to his left. Goes up and throws it down with 2 hands. Looking for the foul call. Doesn't get it. Van Vliet bringing it down. Against McDaniels. Hands it off to Brooks. Gets it over to Şengün, and they turn it over. Naj Reid picks it up over to Edwards. Edwards crosses over, going down, takes the contact. Can't get the finish to go, but he is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Şengün is waving to his bench to challenge it, but I don't think they're going to use a timeout here to challenge. There's 33 seconds to go. I think Udoka is going to want to change it or save his challenge if the miracle does happen and this thing gets a lot closer. Edwards is perfect from the foul line tonight. He's 8 for 8. On the season, he's shooting only 78% from the foul line, but he remains perfect, 9 for 9 now. K-Easy said Şengün doesn't look that strong, but I guess he is. He just knows how to use his whole body, man. Like a lot of guys, when they back you down, they use either their legs and their base or kind of their upper body to shove into you. Şengün uses his whole body and rams into you when you watch him go. But yeah, he definitely is stronger than he looks. Brooks bringing it down. No, he gets fouled in the backcourt. 30 seconds to go. Edwards did knock down both of the free throws. So it's 113-109. Keil Alexander is limping a little bit here. That's the 4th foul on Alexander Walker. They get it into Van Vliet, over the top to Thompson, now over to Dillon Brooks, and they foul him. So Dillon Brooks is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, 25 seconds. They ran about 5 seconds off the game clock, excuse me. 113-109. Dillon Brooks is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Dillon Brooks knocks down the first one. And the comeback from Minnesota is looking unlikelier and unlikelier as this overtime period goes on. 21 points for Dillon Brooks tonight. Hit a bunch of clutch shots for his team tonight. Really solid game from Dillon Brooks. Knocked down the first one. And he goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Calm, cool, and collected up there. Dillingham pushing it the other way. Attacking, puts up a floater off glass, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, ball is loose. They knock it out to Edwards. Edwards is straightaway 3. Can't get it to go. Thompson with the rebound, and Van Vliet's going to run this thing out. And we are going to wrap it up for the night, y'all. The Houston Rockets end up beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. And, we were doing some reconnaissance on our former Knicks. Oh, I forgot, this is an NBA Cup game. You have to run up the score. Houston pushed the ball down and scored, and now Dillingham answers back. 117-111 is going to be the final score here in the 5th quarter, y'all, in the overtime period. And after doing some reconnaissance on this Minnesota team, yeah, they're way worse off than the Knicks are after the trade. Yeah, I can report back and say that's a rough trade for Minnesota. They were really looking to just get off the Karl Anthony Towns money. Oof. Anyway, that's going to be it. Not much to say. I appreciate you guys who stuck it out with me. We'll continue to do these. And again, we play Dallas tomorrow, 7:30. So actually a poll won't go up because, again, no game on Thursday. And then we have a game Friday. And then no extra games on the weekends. So I'll probably put up the poll. We'll try the poll thing out, I believe, on Monday. Let's see when our first December game is. We can do this. If we go to there, we check out the Knicks schedule. First game of December will be the 1st, which is a Sunday. So Tuesday. Or we could do a Sunday, and then we'll do a Monday game or something. So we'll probably try it out Sunday, December 1st. The poll, and we'll see what's the next game you guys want to see. But until then, we got the holiday coming up, but of course we'll see each other tomorrow before the holiday. So appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good night. I'm out. Bye.